Good evening and welcome in. I apologise for just being ever so slightly late. At 11 p.m. at night, I'm still not prepared. I never, ever will be. I've had a fucking day. How is everyone doing this evening? I am really excited for tonight. I'm really excited for NXT Stand and Deliver. Sammy, welcome in. How are you doing, mate? You know what? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I've just had a bit. It's really... How do I put this? I don't mean to start off this stream on a downer. And it's not going to be a downer. It's definitely going to be a good thing. I had a really disappointing and almost upsetting realization last night as I was watching SmackDown. I was sat here, and basically, I don't think. Oh, you can barely hear me over the music. The music is fucking loud. I apologise. How's that sounding? That bit better for you? Thank you very much. So as I was saying, I came to a bit of a disappointing and upsetting conclusion last night as I was watching SmackDown, that I just wasn't enjoying it. It wasn't the fact that I wasn't enjoying watching the wrestling. It wasn't the fact that I wasn't enjoying being here with you, lovely people, but 3 weeks in a row, or 3 SmackDown watch-alongs in a row, because I didn't do one last weekend. 3 watch-alongs in a row now. It's got to about an hour and a half before the show finishes, and I'm just looking at the clock, waiting for it to end. And it shouldn't be that way. And I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and moan about WWE booking, and I'm not going to sit here and moan about, you know, this build-up to WrestleMania being what it is. Because I don't want to be one of those people that moans about it and then just does nothing about it. I would much rather just not watch it anymore. Like, not watch it, but not be constrained to doing it for a stream. And I think that's... It's annoying for me because it means I need to think of something else. But it's also exciting as well. Because it's exciting because it means there's an opportunity to do something that I am more interested in doing. Last night, I really hope he's not here right now because I don't want to talk about. Yeah, anyway, you'll see why in a minute. So last night, someone who I'm a big fan of and have been a follower of for years in the online wrestling space, Adam Pacitti. He was in the chat last night, and it was really cool. He was in the chat and
coming through,
interacting, and it was a little bit like, oh fuck me, like a bit of a moment for me. But like, he did exactly the same thing as what I'm talking about now. He got fed up with wrestling, and he doesn't do wrestling content anymore, and he's doing something that he is interested in doing, and I really respect that. I really respect that, and I really, you know, admire the courage to go out on a limb and sort of bet on yourself a little bit. And I kind of feel like that's what I'm gonna do. Like the wrestling watch-alongs on a pay-per-view and the PLE nights, like Stand and Deliver, that's still happening. I'm still looking forward to Stand and Deliver. Still looking forward to TNA next weekend. Still really looking forward to AEW Dynasty next weekend. And obviously really looking forward to sitting here and watching WrestleMania with you lovely people the weekend after that. But weekly on a SmackDown, I was not enjoying it last night. And my fear is that if I'm not enjoying something, it shows. And I don't want people to be here watching me not having a good time. I would much rather be here and be happy and be in the moment. Because, you know, what I really enjoyed last night. Also, Lenny, welcome in, mate. Craggle thank you so much for the raid, my friend. How are you doing? Lambert, welcome in with the blobby emotes. Welcome in, all of you. How are you all doing? But yeah, glad you weren't the only one. I think the weekly television or weekly WWE, weekly AEW is fantastic. Who knows? We might, you know, switch up a SmackDown watch along for a fucking Collision watch along on a Saturday. Spoilers, that's not happening. But I don't want to look at something that I enjoy as a chore anymore. What I really enjoyed last night, I really enjoyed playing some MyGM mode on WWE 2K26. Really enjoyed that. And who knows, I might do, because I still want to do something directly live to YouTube. I enjoy doing stuff live to YouTube. I enjoy doing stuff live to YouTube and to Twitch at the same time. Like tonight, we're live on both. We're live on Twitch, we're live on YouTube. And I like the fact that I have that opportunity to sort of have that little bit more reach on YouTube. And the SmackDown watch along was perfect for that because it's an excuse to go live and do a live watch along as well. But I can just replace that with something else. Who knows? I might, for the next couple of weeks, for the next couple of weekends, I might do something completely non-wrestling on a Friday. Like, just not even watch SmackDown at all. Because what I was thinking is, post-WrestleMania, what we could do is just have SmackDown on in the background. It's not going to be my main focus, but I can play my GM mode on WWE 2K26 while SmackDown's going on. I think I would much prefer that. Again, like last night's show wasn't the best as Craggle Rocks. It's difficult to do weekly TV and keep it gripping for a long time. Hey, look. I'm not gonna sit here and moan about WWE creative or booking or anything like that. My main point, and I definitely wouldn't dare talk down on anyone here who enjoys watching SmackDown or enjoys watching SmackDown or any sort of weekly WWE television. I'm just saying, for me, I don't think I can do it anymore. Like, I don't think I can watch SmackDown on a weekly, or at least have that be my main focus. Like, tonight is kind of different because I've got everything set up tonight. We've got the royalty-free 80s music playing in the background. We've got NXT Stand and Deliver, which is a proper wrestling show. Like, there's going to be actual wrestling matches with stakes and meaning behind it tonight at NXT Stand and Deliver. We've got Wrestle Play quizzes. We've got Sporkle quizzes. We've got all of you lovely people are here. So it's all set up to be a much different experience than what SmackDown has been for. And it's partly my fault. Because I've stopped playing a WWE game and I tried different things. Like I did a bit of what do you call it? My Faction last night, and then I did some exhibition matches on WWE 2K26. And I'll hold my hands up here. I just wasn't gripped with it. I wasn't with it, and I just fear that it will show. It will show my lack of enthusiasm for it would show. So from Fridays from now on, it's going to be something a bit different. I think what would be quite cool is maybe having a couple of weeks break from my GM, because I fucking love my GM and I could play that every day. I could play it now, really, but I'm not going to. But maybe give my GM a couple of weeks, and then on a Friday or the next Friday back after WrestleMania, I might do half of the stream, do some WWE 13, do the Attitude Era mode, because I still need to finish that as well. And then during SmackDown, I can go live on YouTube and play my GM mode while SmackDown's just on in the background. But it's not going to be my main focus. That's the only thing. Because if I'm sitting here watching SmackDown, it's another commercial break. It's, thank God Danhausen's here to bring some fucking entertainment to the show for a minute. Carmella Hayes, everyone wants to see Carmella Hayes at WrestleMania, and it's looking more and more likely that he's not going to be at WrestleMania, although there's still hope. I always want to try and look at the positives and everything, and last night I couldn't find any. I just couldn't find any. Mixed in with the fact that I'd already had a shit week and I was knackered, it was just a recipe for disaster last night. But again, it's an opportunity to do something new. It's an opportunity to do something new, do something that I'm excited about. For the next couple of weeks though, like I said, Saturday and Sunday, we've both got wrestling shows. Next Saturday, we've got TNA Rebellion. I'm going to be watching that. The next day is going to be AEW Dynasty. I'm going to be watching that. And the weekend afterwards is WrestleMania. So on Friday, I'm thinking I'm going to do something completely non-wrestling. Like, for the next couple of weeks, we've got full wrestling packed weekends. I'm just going to do something non-wrestling. I might play some Red Dead Redemption 2. because I haven't played that. I need to finish that as well. So I might do some Red Dead Redemption 2 next. In fact, next weekend I'm going to do some fucking Red Dead Redemption 2. But Sunday, I'm really excited for Sunday. I'm really excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a bit of a work in progress, let's call it. It's going to be an experiment, let's say. Every now and then I'll do these streams where I hit live and I've got no plan. And I've got no real hard and fast plan tomorrow. So if anyone's got any recommendations for PS1, PS2 era games, that includes, you know, N64, preferably not, GameCube games, like things like that, give me recommendations and I might end up playing it tomorrow. But tomorrow I've got 3 games lined up that I'm going to play. One's called Paddle Paddle Paddle. One's called Maisie, which is a horror game. So if you want to watch me shit my pants live on stream, tomorrow is the day for it. And I've also got a game called Level Devil, which is a sort of like a viral rage game. But it looks really good as well. It looks really, really, really good. So I'm really excited for that. If it goes well tomorrow, then who knows, that might be my thing for a Friday or potentially my thing for a Saturday moving forward. But because it's bank holiday, now's the time to do something a little bit extra, and that's what we're doing right now. People have great ideas, but they draw up and get stung. Hey, look, are you talking about me or WWE? The opening segment was atrocious. I fell asleep straight after the weekday programming is such an effort to watch. Now I agree. Yeah, look, again, I'm not going to sit here and moan about the booking or anything like that, because I've got no doubt that NXT Stand and Deliver is going to be brilliant tonight. I've got no doubt that WrestleMania is going to be fantastic in a couple of weeks. But the build-up, what WWE have actually proven over the last, I want to say 3 or 4 years, well, not even the last 3 or 4 years, the last 2 years, is that the build-up is actually near enough meaningless at this point. Like, everyone, I've said this before, everyone bitched and moaned about Io Sky versus Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley and the build-up to that being shit. And it was, and no one talks about that anymore. The only thing anyone ever talks about is how amazing that match was, and it was a fantastic match. And that's what people should be thinking about, and that's what people should be remembering about that match. So the only thing it's told me, and the only thing it's taught me at this point, is that if I don't watch weekly wrestling, I am not missing anything. I'm not missing anything right now. The only thing that I'll probably go back and rewatch, and again, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm excited to see anything with Danhausen in it. He shows up every single segment he's in. The Miz and Kit Wilson versus Danhausen, a mystery partner at Mania's Lift the Curse. Who would you have as a mystery partner? Who would you have as a mystery partner? It'd be interesting if Danhausen's first match in WWE was at WrestleMania. It'd be pretty fucking cool, actually. But yeah, no, like Fridays, I'm gonna be rethinking some stuff, but I'm not gonna not be here. Let's just put it that way, because it's a fucking highlight of my week streaming to anyone who feels like they want to turn up and keep me company, and we'll chat wrestling. And I'm not saying that we can't chat wrestling anymore, and if SmackDown's on, if something excites you and something grips you, fucking talk about it. But last night, and it wasn't even last night, it wasn't like one bad episode is maybe like, no, I'm not watching this anymore. It's like, this has been a slow build since fucking SummerSlam, really, for me. But it was just the last 3 weeks. I always give everything the most positive outlook I can possibly give, and the most fairest chance I can possibly give it. But it was 3 weeks in a row. It was 3 SmackDowns in a row where I was like, I'm not enjoying it. I'm just not enjoying it. But I am enjoying tonight already. I'm enjoying tonight already. How is everyone else doing? And what snacks has everybody got for NXT Stand and Deliver? I always ask this because I live vicariously through you, because I don't like eating on stream. I don't like eating on camera. I don't like eating in front of people, if I'm completely honest. So it's me and my boring bottle of water. But what's everyone else got? What's everyone else got for snacks? Hey, look, if it means Carmelo Hayes gets on the card Craggle Rocks, I'm actually really okay with that. genuinely really okay with that. Like I said, though, we do have some quizzes this evening, and I think we should get cracking with one of them at least. I think we should do... In fact, before we go... I've got a really bad headache today as well. I've had a really bad headache. I've been all over the place all week. It's been a shit fucking week with a lot of things that's going on in my life that I can't go into detail with, nor would I want to. But I do, just, without sounding fucking soppy or anything like that, I really appreciate everyone being here. I really appreciate, you know, I really appreciate all of you. So thank you very much. Predictions. Scuds, welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow. How are you doing? I'm not confident. I'm not confident with my predictions in the slightest. I had to switch things up a bit when I was looking through them. I was like, I think I've gone for, I don't know. I just feel like I've gone for too many off the wall ones. One of the off the wall ones I went for Ethan Page to win the belt and him to pin Joe Hendry to do it. And I ended up going for Joe Hendry to pin Ethan Page in the end. I think Tony D is too obvious of a choice for me to pick it, but usually obvious choices mean it happens. So we'll see. We'll see on that one. I went for Myles Borne to beat Johnny Gargano. I would love to see Johnny Gargano win, but he is literally there just to job a little bit, and it would further his character a little bit, whatever that character is. At the moment, Johnny Gargano's character seems to be guy waiting for his contract to run out so he can go to AEW. I genuinely think I would enjoy seeing Johnny Gargano in AEW at this point. I think he probably do a lot better with or without Tommaso Ciampa. Like, I'm not even saying that just because Ciampa's there. Ciampa has, for me, over-delivered in AEW so far, and we already knew Ciampa was fucking amazing. I don't know. I think maybe Johnny Gargano has run his course in WWE at this point. Went for Blake to beat Tatum Paxley, even though I do think Tatum Paxley could potentially win. I was going to change. Oh, I forgot to change it. But I was going to change. I'm not going to change it now. Fair's fair. I abide by my own rules. And I'm not going to change anything. But I was going to change Zaria to win by submission. But I went for pinfall in the end, which I think might be a stupid idea. But again, like I said last night, I don't really care about being right. I'd love to be right. I'll rub it in. I'll be the most insufferable prick you ever seen in your life if I win. But I don't think I'm gonna. But let me know what your predictions look like this evening. I think regardless of match outcomes, I think we're in for a fucking good show this evening. NXT Stand and Deliver. Like, usually NXT Stand and Deliver is on WrestleMania Saturday, and this is the first time in what, 4 years? Was the first NXT Stand and Deliver on WrestleMania Night 1 or WrestleMania Night? Oh no, it was on WrestleMania the night before WrestleMania, when WrestleMania was only one night, right? Apart from the pandemic. Oh, my mind is a blur right now. But this is the first time in a few years at least that this is not clashing, or not at least on the same day as WrestleMania Night 1. And I used to really like it. I used to really like having a full day of just watching wrestling. And I don't know if it's age or me just getting sort of like fatigue with wrestling in general, or fatigue with WWE in general. But I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the fact that it's not on the same day as WrestleMania. It means that I can, you know, hopefully be here still in one piece by the end of it. So I'm looking forward to it. Right, let's do some fucking quizzes, right? I'm going to let you in the chat decide. Are we doing WrestlePlay, or are we doing a Sporkle quiz? I'm not going to tell you what we're doing, but you tell me, are we doing a WrestlePlay or are we doing a Sporkle quiz right now? I'm going to let you pick. And you've got 30 seconds before I make your WrestlePlay. WrestlePlay to Sammy. Let's go for WrestlePlay. Right. Feel free to shout out answers in the chat. You will 100% get... We'll do a Sporkle straight afterwards, Cragwell. Seeing as the people want both, we'll give you both. So I'm not going to look at the chat. I'm going to try not to look at the chat anyway, unless I really need you. But feel free to shout out those answers. Feel free to shout out those answers, and I will look if needed. And I'm looking away right now from you. I will give you a shout out for getting things right. Okay? But I think this is doable. Apart from that Wrestling Observer newsletter most charismatic of the year, United States champion. You got to think that Nakamura probably won that, right? At some point. Nakamura did win it. Roman Reigns' teammate won most charismatic of the year. There's no fucking way that Jey Uso won most charismatic, right? No. All I can think of is Bloodline members. Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn never won most charismatic. That's actually quite mad. Fuck, I'm already... Right, let's go Shield. Ambrose or Moxley? Moxley was in the Continental Classic in 2025 as a teammate of Roman Reigns. Heyman, maybe? There's no Heyman on the list. Fuck, who was aligned with Roman Reigns? He was never aligned with Triple H, was he? Triple H never won most charismatic. Angle might have. No place for Angle. The Rock must have won most charismatic. Perfect. Right. Current AEW most charismatic. No place for Adam Page. MJF maybe? MJF is most charismatic. Money in the Bank winner, United States champion. All I can think of is Rollins, but Rollins never won that belt. But he was a teammate with Roman Reigns, so he can go there. United States champion and Money in the Bank winner. Ziggler? Ziggler's there. United States champion and Continental Classic. I don't... MVP wouldn't have been there. Lashley might have been. Is Lashley in there? No. Ricochet? No. Claudio? Claudio's there. Current AEW Money in the Bank winner. Well, the original. Edge. And lastly, current AEW and Continental Classic 2025. I've already said Ricochet. Anyone. Literally anyone. Speedball, Mike Bailey. Done. Sorted. Perfect. Smashed it, mate. Right. We can. Good game. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now this one, we're all going to get involved with this one, because we are going to do a Sporkle quiz right now, if you bear with me just a second while I get all this fucking shit sorted out. And we've been going through these for the last however long, and I'm going to need your help because my memory is not good. I can remember what happened a few weeks ago when we were doing Sporkle quizzes and looking at... I'm pretty sure Continental Classic came up a few times, so I feel like I got away with that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. But this one, I am going to need your help. Can you name every single match from WrestleMania 39? Now, let me refresh your memory. I only remember 3 matches from WrestleMania 39. Which were Cody versus... Oh, actually 4 matches now I think about it. Cody versus Roman Reigns. That main event had all the run-ins because it was Uso versus Uso on... No, it wasn't Uso versus... That was a year after. It was the Usos versus Owens and Zayn. And it also had the epic triple threat match. Feel free to shout out answers in the chat because I need your help on this one. And the epic triple threat match between Gunther, McIntyre, and Sheamus. But apart from that, I can't remember shit. Oh, that is a good one. Balor versus Edge, Hell in a Cell. Right, what were the women's matches? What would the women's matches have been at this point? Was Becky Lynch about? Becky Lynch was about. Becky Lynch. Oh, she was in a women's tag team match. It was Becky, Lita, and Trish Stratus. Who the fuck did they face? Theory versus Cena. My God, mate, I never would have got that. And that was the United States Championship match that opened up, wasn't it? Well done. Well done. Theory versus Cena. Ripley versus Flair. I do remember that one now. Good match. Very good match. Unsurprisingly, a good match. Who did... It was Damage Control? So I'm guessing it would have been Bayley. If I spell it right. It was Bayley. And it was Io Sky and... Was it Dakota Kai? It was Dakota Kai. Huh. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that. Because that's the OG Damage Control, isn't it? That's pretty cool. Nice to know that they got a WrestleMania match before that whole Damage Control got a bit muddied and all over the place. But good one. Right, who else would have been on this fucking card? We got Reigns. We got Cody. Was it Rollins versus Logan Paul at this one? It was Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins. War Raiders? Yo, War Raiders, they can't. Ivar? Eric. Okay, so they were in a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. So I'm guessing the New Day... Oh, it's not going to come up with that team names, is it? Kingston? No Kingston. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Who else was in this match? Strowman and Ricochet. Well done. I never would have fucking got that. Never would have got that in a million years. But I do remember this match now. Slightly. But I can't remember who else would have been in it. Zaria had gone by this point, isn't they? Oh, well done. Well done. Forgot about that Omos match. Who else was that other team then? No Gargano. No Ciampa. Was this the one? I don't think it was. That was the year after I'm thinking of. Was it Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio? Was a singles match. Fuck me. Who else? Who else is a tag team in WWE? I don't think... No, Sikoa's... Has Sikoa ever had a match at WrestleMania? Alpha Academy is a good shout. Would have been Otis and Gable. Nice. Well done. Right, we're getting there now. We're getting there. Right, the match that was on right before Owens and Zayn. There was also a Fatal 4-Way Women's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. So this is to get as many people on the card as possible. So we're talking Natalya. Are we talking... We're not talking Maxine Dupree at this point. We're not talking Beth Phoenix at this point. We're not even talking Tamina at this point. Who the fuck was Natalya's partner at this point? It wasn't Tamina. Natalya and... No Alexa Bliss at this point. That's a stupid idea. Natalya and... Baszler? Baszler's there. Was Zoe Stark there? No Zoe Stark. Was it Deville? Sonya Deville was in a different team. Was it Mandy Rose? Who the fuck are these people in teams with? Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville was one of the teams. Snoop Dogg versus The Miz. Well done. Does Shane McMahon count in that? It counts. Apparently it counts as... No. Oh my god. Why isn't it coming up with that? It should be Shane O'Mac or Snoop Dogg. Unless Miz had a different match with somebody. Oh, this is going to annoy the fuck out of me because it was Snoop Dogg, wasn't it? Have I spelled his name right? Surely there's no other way to spell Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, Shane McMahon. He had a match on both nights. Who did he have a match with? Oh, hang on. You're right. Snoop Dogg versus The Miz was night 2. Singles match for the Raw Women's Championship as well. Raw Women's Championship at that point. Asuka was the challenger, and she faced off against... It wasn't... Nia Jax wasn't on the card. Belair. It was Belair. Good match as well. Really good match. We still need Natalya's tag team partner, Shayna's tag team partner, and whoever the fuck Miz had a match with. Pat McAfee versus The Miz. Do you know what? I have zero recollection of that. I have zero recollection of Pat McAfee versus The Miz. That's quite upsetting. Do you know what? I was not mad at Pat McAfee being in Randy Orton's corner last night until that report came out that said that the only reason he was there is because TKO were worried about ticket sales and they wanted to get more star power. They would rather spend money to milk the fans out of more money than actually lower them ticket prices, and that is fucking disgusting. Rousey, of course, Rousey was Shayna's, not Rosie, that's someone completely different. Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Natalia's tag team partner, and another women's tag team. Women's tag teams at this point in time in WWE. Bellas went around at this point. Let me know. Natalia's tag team partner. This is not going to be a DNF. We're going to figure this one out. It's not going to be Becky Lynch because she's already in a match. It's not going to be Bayley. Charlotte Flair's already in a match. Have we got any NXT? Formally apologize. Well, I formally forgive you, Joe. You have nothing to apologize for. Liv and Raquel. I always forget about Liv Morgan. I always forget about Liv Morgan. Oh my god. I'm never going to spell her name right, am I? Raquel Rodriguez. And Natalia's partner was Shotzi. No fucking way. Well done. Massive well done. Never would have got that. I completely forgot about Shotzi Blackheart's existence, and I apologise for that because she's doing incredible things right now and I couldn't be happier for her. And I would love to see Shotzi in AEW or back in WWE. I would genuinely love to see that. Let's have a quick look at the stats before we get back into it. So the average score was 81%, so we fucking smashed that. We fucking smashed that. Most people got Roman Reigns, unsurprisingly. And the Usos, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was below the Usos. More people got the Usos than Cody Rhodes. Who the fuck did this quiz and then gave up before thinking Cody Rhodes? Weird. Right, Shotzi was actually lowest on the list. Chelsea Green was quite low down, surprisingly, because she's, you know, she's all over the place, all over the shop. She's well beloved right now. Pat McAfee was quite low. Snoop Dogg was quite low, to be fair. Yeah. Natalia, Ronda Rousey, Omos was quite low down. Ricochet quite low down. War Raiders low down. I'm impressed by that. Thank you very much. Also, Joe, thank you so much for your 15 stream streak. And I'm not saying this just to try and overshadow or outshine you right now, but I do need to make note of it, or do need to give props and many thanks to your friend and mine, Sammy Play Stuff, our Sammy, for 160 stream streak right now. So thank you very much, mate. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of you just for being here. If you're only here once, I appreciate you. But yeah, we can do some more Sporkle quizzes and stuff like that in a little bit. We've got 18 minutes until NXT Stand and Deliver properly starts. I haven't missed the pre-show, have I? I haven't missed the pre-show match. I couldn't find the pre-show on YouTube at all. And then it did pop up eventually, countdown to NXT Deliver, but NXT Stand and Deliver, but I don't even know if it's the right one. And I haven't been watching. And I'm not going to watch it. So please let me know who wins in Hank Tank, Shyla Hill, EK Prosper, and Ren Sinclair versus Birthright. Don't ask me to name every member of Birthright, but I know Stax is in there, and I know Charlie Dempsey's in there. And I've gone for Charlie Dempsey to beat Tank. And I'm clearly not confident on that whatsoever. Right, I'm actually having a look right now. Shyla Hill is making his way to the ring, so I haven't missed anything right now, what's Shyla Hill's deal? Because he seems like, is he genuinely a nutter? Or is he, like, is it an act? Is it his character? Because I've seen some of his Instagram posts, and he looks fucking unhinged, mate. Like, he looks absolutely... And I've got nothing wrong with that. I've got absolutely nothing wrong with that. He seems like a lovely fella, but my good God, he is a strange man, and I kind of dig it. I kind of really fucking dig it as a character. Lexus King's, he is in Birthright. He is in Birthright. It's whoever. I was like, who's? Because they're all like second generation, aren't they? Apart from, I want to say Stax, who is in a relationship with the woman in Birthright, whose name escapes me. Because he's British, Craggle Rocks. That's what we do. We have resting board face. Yes, Ariana Grace, Santino's daughter. It should be a good match, but it should be a bit of a all over the place match. I've got it on my phone. I'm watching it on my phone, so I will have, you know, some sort of visibility with this match, but I only really want to see the ending. And I'm going to get excited for the main card. As I said, tomorrow, I hope you can all join me tomorrow. Keep an eye out on the Discord, keep an eye out on the social medias, because I will be posting what time I go live. I don't know what time I'm going to go live yet, because tomorrow is going to be a much needed chill the fuck out day. I've had a shit week. I cannot explain to you, and I unfortunately cannot explain to you how much of a fucking shit week my week has been. For a couple of months now, and it doesn't feel like it's getting any better. But I've got high hopes that it's gonna get better before WrestleMania, and after WrestleMania, it's gonna be wonderful. But it just needs to sort itself out immediately. But today I went out, and I was absolutely fucking miserable going out, and I was really depressed, and it wasn't good. It wasn't a good look either, walking around being depressed. And tomorrow, I'm not going to hide away. I'm not going to bury my head in the sand. I'm not going to spend the day in bed. I am going to chill out. I am going to work on a video tomorrow. I'm going to work on a new YouTube short, a new Stuart's Indie Review that's probably going to come out tomorrow. We had a new one come out today, so thank you very much to everyone that's watched that and liked it and subscribed to the YouTube channel. I'm sure the YouTube channel will pop up in the chat in just a second. And I thank you very much for that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying doing indie game reviews, and that's why tomorrow I'm also going to chill out. I'm not going to have any sort of plan as to when I'm going to go live. It might be a bit of a surprise as to when I'm going to go live. But what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to play some indie games. I'm going to play 3 indie games that I know of and I really like and I really want to showcase. And one of them's a horror game, so it's going to be really scary, and I'm not going to enjoy myself. Jo is going to enjoy herself watching it. I'm absolutely sure of that. But... horror games are not my thing, but this one looked quite good, and I do need to do some sort of content for it. So tomorrow is the day for it, but I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for it. So it's going to be just a chill one. I'm going to cook something nice tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to cook yet. You know, I really fancy making either a homemade pizza, or making like a homemade chicken burger, like some sort of a buttermilk chicken burger. I don't deep fry anything because the smell is fucking awful, but I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. But those are the things that I fancy right now. And I need to stop talking about food actually, because I'm actually getting really fucking hungry just sat here. But yeah, tomorrow I hope you can all join me, because it's going to be good. Right. Charlie Dempsey's in the ring with Hank or Tank. I'll tell you what we can do while we wait. or not, while we wait for the main show at least, is let's have a look and see, or I'll have a look right now and just see what WrestlePlay quizzes we can potentially do right now. What one am I really shit at? I'm really shit at the connections, aren't I? So I'm going to need your help on this one. WrestlePlay connections. Wow, they've even got a hard mode on WrestlePlay connections. Let's go for normal. Let's go for normal because I really struggle with this. What are the connections between these particular wrestlers? I'm assuming because there's only a few of them here. Hater, Andrade, Storm. Oh no. And Rio. Are they all going to be wrong? Not even nearly close to being right. Submit. Wrong. I was going to go for current AEW, but they're not. Blake Monroe, Rio, Storm and Hater, they're all former women's champions in AEW. They are indeed AEW Women's Champions. Okay, now I'm not so shit at this. Not so shit at this. I just saw Sammy said it as well. Was Dudley ever a hardcore champion? I don't think Devon ever was a hardcore champion. But Goldust was. Raven was. Mankind was. They're all ECW. TNA 2008 roster. Really fucking good. Really good there. I'm just going to go for all the women and see what happens here. There you go. Women's World Champion. Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vaquer. Now, tell us. Can you tell us what links Troy, Gable, Lee and Andrade? Because I haven't got a fucking clue. Don't mean... Look, if you can tell us all we're in AAA. Also, welcome in NWE... Voltman? Evoltman? Let me know how, like, if I'm saying your name right. Welcome in. Hello. Inadvertently got the right ones. Hey, look, we only deal with results here. It's not about how we get there. I think all we're in AAA is a good shout. I think that's a really good shout. WWE Speed Champion. Just call you Volt. Volt, welcome in, mate. Thank you very much. I always make a point of getting people's names right or however they want to be addressed. So thank you very much for that, mate. They were all WWE Speed Champion. I'm going to be real with you. I have no idea who Troy is. Anyone? Anyone know? Because I feel really bad now. Troy? So thank you very much for the follow as well. What's he doing now? Who is this Troy fellow and what is he doing now? He's a NXT guy. Is he new? Is he still in NXT, or has he been released, or is he just sort of training, evolve, that sort of thing? Jasper Troy. Okay, now Jasper Troy sounds more familiar. Right, let's go for another one. Fuck it, let's go for another one. Because that, I think we smashed that. I think we absolutely smashed that. Let's go for... Oh, this is an interesting one. And this one might be quite hard, actually. He had that match with that angry guy. What angry guy? No idea. No idea. Right. First 10 pay-per-view opponents for Sami Zayn. This... Are they gonna... include NXT? I don't think they are. Nakamura doesn't count. Owens is 4 on the list. Nakamura was the first one I went for because he was on a NXT takeover, wasn't he? But apparently NXT does not count because technically they weren't actually pay-per-views, were they? They were WWE Network specials, I think. Don't know his name, but he interrupted Booker T's Appreciation Night. Okay. I held my hands up at the start of the stream, and I said I am really not even behind, just completely lapsed with WWE programming at the minute. I'm really excited for NXT Stand and Deliver tonight, but I don't think I can watch SmackDown on a weekly basis. ROH count? I don't think so, because if it's Sami Zayn... No, I don't think so. Who? Yeah, let's have a look. Let's see if like Rollins in there. Mania ladder match was one of his first. That's what I thought. One of like a multi-person ladder match was one of his first. So who was in that match? Rollins. Was Ricochet in that match? No, there was someone in that fucking match that was like a high flyer. Mystico. It was that ladder match, wasn't it? Sin Cara was definitely in that match, I think. Who else would have been in that fucking match though? At that point, you got to think Cesaro's going to be there at some point. Cesaro, Claudio's there. Usos, I think that's going to be too late. Way too late. When did he come in? 2015, 2016? And that one was 2023, I want to say. Ryder. Miz. Cody. Well done. They're all in that. Right, who else? There was obviously way too late. Way too late, yeah. Who else would have been in that ladder match? Stardust. Was fucking not at this point. Big Show wasn't going to be there. I feel like they have to have a big guy. Barrett. Not Barrett. Sheamus. McIntyre. Nope. Always go for Mark Henry, because you never know when Mark Henry's going to make his way on this list. Fucking Strowman. Harper. Wyatt. Ambrose. Moxley's there. Ziggler. Always go for Ziggler on these lists. Well done. Well done, has to be. I already said Sin Cara. He's number 5. Mystico. Although Kalisto might have been there as well. No Kalisto, unfortunately. Right, who else would have he been in a pay-per-view match with? Johnny Knoxville. No Johnny Knoxville, unfortunately. They're all going to be singles matches from now on, I think. But who? I have no idea at this point. Maybe match with Jericho. Jericho's there, number 9. I'm thinking... What am I thinking? Balor? Not Balor. I think we've done fucking well to get to this point, to be fair. Like, we've got 9 out of 10. I think we've done damn good for this already. Sami Zayn's pay-per-view matches. I'm thinking, like, did he have a pay-per-view match as an IC champion around that time? Or was he a United States champion? Who would have been around at that point? Always go for R-Truth, I've learned as well. Always go for R-Truth. Think you have it? Go for it. Money in the Bank. It was. Well done. Unfortunate, but well done. Well done. That's all 10 done. Wow, we are fucking smashing through this. We are 4 minutes. 4 minutes away from NXT Stand and Deliver. And I'm already having a much better time this evening than I was last night. Like I said, last night wasn't my finest hour. Let's just put it that way. And I would much rather do something about it than have it linger or have it be noticeable that I'm not having a good time. Because last night I was here, we've been watching SmackDown for the last few weeks, and it's been, you know, it's been what it was. Like, SmackDown sometimes has been really good, SmackDown sometimes has been utter dog shit. And last night, SmackDown was not the greatest SmackDown in the world, but in general, I just don't think I enjoy the streams. I just don't think I enjoy the stream while watching SmackDown, which is a real shame. I don't want to feel that way, and I don't want to not be in a good mood or have a good time while watching wrestling. So we're going to keep watch-alongs on this channel strictly to pay-per-views and PLE events. Tonight doesn't change. We are watching NXT Stand and Deliver, and I can't wait for it. It's going to be a great card. Next weekend, we are watching TNA Rebellion, and we are watching AEW Dynasty. And the weekend after that, we are watching WrestleMania. But SmackDown watch-alongs on a Friday are going to have to kick it for a little bit. It's a night Ambrose won the WWE title. We remember it vividly. You know what? An Ambrose cash-in, for obvious reasons, because he's not in WWE anymore, but the cash-in for Ambrose, that was the night that all 3 members of the Shield held the WWE Championship at some point. It's such an underrated cash-in because he came in like brimming with energy, and as soon as he won it, it was like a full release of energy, and the pop when he came out, it was such a good cash-in. Like, that's up there for me, top 3 cash-ins, I think. I really enjoyed Ziggler's cash-in. I think it was probably the best cash-in ever. Ziggler's cash-in was nuts as a cash-in. Ambrose's cash-in. Obviously, the WrestleMania 31 cash-in is sort of like on a league of its own because it was at WrestleMania, the heist of the century. Edge's cash-ins were always good, but I didn't watch them live. I never watched the Edge cash-ins live. Retroactively, I can appreciate CM Punk cashing in on Jeff Hardy, even though at the time I was gutted. Such a big Jeff Hardy fan. But retroactively, I can watch it back and go, oh, I expect that. I expect that. But I really enjoyed Big E's cash-in. Big E's cash-in was really good. Yeah, Ziggler's was the night after WrestleMania, wasn't it? Landrad, welcome in, mate. How are you doing? How have you been? Always love it when you're here, mate. How are you doing? Priest cash-in was more about Punk versus Drew than Priest, which seems like a shame. Yeah, definitely. I'm not going to sit here and talk bad about Damian Priest. I'm not exactly his biggest fan. I've said this numerous times. In the ring, he's fantastic. On the microphone, he's fantastic. And yet, for some reason, I don't care. You know? Like, for some reason, I just don't care. And that's so bad. But at the same time, I'll hold my hands up and say I'm wrong, because clearly the man has a big fan base, a huge following. He's been an inspiration to many, and he's phenomenally talented. I'm just not his biggest fan. So even with his cash-in just being part of the Punk Drew storyline, I felt bad for him, but also didn't care. Weird, isn't it? You're good and really excited for this. Nice. I tell you what, now you're here, let's do a Sporkle quiz. I'm gonna try. I can't find it. Wrestle. What would it be? It would have been. Just trying to think of the fucking Roman numerals because I can't find it. XL, wasn't it? WrestleMania 40. Yeah, no. That's the wrong one. These are all so fucked up, and I don't want ones that have got announcers and stuff like that. Here we go. This is the one we're looking for. Right. NXT Stand and Deliver has officially started right now. I can't find my... I think we've got enough time to do this. Have we got enough time to do it? Do you know what? Let's do a Sporkle quiz after the first match. Let's break it up a little bit. Let's break it up a little bit this evening. But I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm excited. I'm having a good time. And plus Shawn Michaels is just coming out. Like, Shawn Michaels is just making his way to the ring. There's no way I can do Sporkle quizzes all over the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. I love Shawn Michaels. I think Shawn Michaels is fantastic. Although he is doing the Triple H thing and pulling focus just a little bit. But when Triple H does it, he's a prick. When Shawn Michaels does it, he's Shawn Michaels. Like, I swear to God, if he says it's a new era, then I'm turning it off right now. I'm turning this shit off right now. I'm cutting the stream. It's all over. We're not getting involved with that tonight. Don't do it, Shawn. To be fair, it makes sense, doesn't it? Venue is looking lively. Venue looks great. NXT events are really bad. Very rarely do NXT events not hit, even with the sort of, it got to a point with NXT, didn't it? Where it was almost like it was the equivalent third brand, because you had people like Owens and Balor and Samoa Joe and Nakamura and Bobby Roode. And now it very much is developmental, but it's still good. Who's coming out? Oh, fuck off. Oh, Sexy Red is back. Okay, that's fine. Sexy Red actually has, like, you know, experience in wrestling and is interesting and can do something. But fair play. Okay, I'm happy with this. Like, the reports all week, or at least for the last couple of days, have been that TKO are shitting their pants because of low ticket sales, and they're heavily relying on celebrity involvement because they would rather spend more money to get the fans to pay more money than just lower them fucking ticket prices. I make an exception for Sexy Red, though. Make an exception for Sexy Red. Was this where they were on Tuesday? Oh, I have no idea. Mate, I'm so lapsed and far behind on weekly WWE television, unfortunately. But I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. They might be the most entertaining duo in wrestling, in WWE, sorry. Don't want to fucking irritate the AEW diehards, but they might be the most entertaining duo in WWE, apart from maybe Miz and Danhausen right now. Miz and Danhausen, to me, is the perfect partnership. The perfect odd couple partnership. And part of me doesn't want to see them in a match against each other at WrestleMania. I would much rather see like a bullshit 6-man tag team match with Kit Wilson, The Miz, and Danhausen having to coexist or having to get along, or it being billed as Miz and Kit Wilson versus somebody and somebody, and then they have to have a third partner, and then be them having Danhausen forced upon them. I think that would be more entertaining for me. Because I like a bit of bullshit wrestling. You know who gets a lot of stick? And you'll know this, Landry. You would have seen this probably. Simon Miller, right, has been a big proponent for what he calls goofy wrestling. And I really appreciate that. Like, he's commentated for Mystery Wrestling before. Mystery Wrestling have that famous t-shirt that says comedy wrestling is real wrestling. And it is. And it has its place. And it's entertaining. And it is what you like. And Simon Miller seems to be the person that I see the most getting the most shit about liking comedy wrestling. It was the most entertaining thing on SmackDown last night. Do you know what my problem with SmackDown was last night? It wasn't even bad. Like, it wasn't even bad. I just think it might just be the timing. It might just be fatigue on my part. I'm not going to sit here and complain about WWE programming or booking. I'll 100% take responsibility for it, but I just wasn't enjoying it, and I just haven't been enjoying it for like 5-6 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. Probably actually haven't really been enjoying it since SummerSlam. And my biggest fear is that people are going to come in here, see a watch-along, hoping for someone to be enthusiastic about it, and I'm just sat here looking at the clock, hoping that it's going to end anytime soon. And I don't have that feeling tonight because it's NXT Stand and Deliver, and these are proper matches with proper stakes. And I'm really looking forward to this women's triple threat. I'm really looking forward to Tatum Paxley versus Blake Monroe. I'm really looking forward to that fatal 4-way. You know what? Every single match on this tonight, I'm really excited for. You could complain. Honestly, mate, I usually try and put a positive spin on everything, and I usually try and encourage people in the chat to have a positive spin on everything. But by all means, fucking moan. Tell me what you didn't like about it, because everyone's opinion is valid. Everyone's opinion is 100% valid. But I don't know, just last night, it did nothing for me. Just nothing for me. Saw that SmackDown hasn't been doing well since Road Dogg left. And yet still, Sammy, people will still call for Triple H's head. And I've said this numerous times. So many times. People were like, oh, WWE shit, get rid of Triple H, get rid of Triple H. What do you get if Triple H leaves? What do you get? You're going to get someone who is an out-and-out TKO guy who is going to be even fucking worse for WWE than Triple H ever was. At least Triple H, him being a fucking coward and a soldier, good soldier, he is, at the end of the day, doing his job. He is doing his job, and he is a WWE guy. He is a wrestling fan. He is passionate about wrestling. You saw that with your own eyes when he was booking and managing NXT. Right now, the calls come from above Triple H. It is not, Triple H is being the fall guy right now. For anything bad that happens in WWE, people say we want Triple H back. And anyone that says we want Vince McMahon back can just not watch this channel. Like, I've said this numerous times, and anyone that ever comes into this chat and is like, oh, bring Vince back, like, you clearly don't fucking belong here. And I know there's no one in the chat right now that would think like that, but I've been very patient with people. I've been very understanding, because a lot of people might not be up to date with certain events and things like that. But if you honestly think that, whether you're a fan of Triple H, but it's not even at that point, it's not even at that point, we're not having a discussion about wrestling. We're having a discussion about how you're a piece of shit human being. And I'm just not interested in it. Not interested in it. New Age Outlaws and AEW confirmed. Mate, don't threaten me with a good time, sir. Do not threaten me with a good time. Vince ghostwriting, I mean, come on, for fuck's sake. It's all these stupid things that people come out and say. Like, these stupid things like, oh, Vince is ghostwriting, Vince should come back. You clearly haven't got a grasp on what this channel and this community is, which is a community of lovely people. And if you can look past whether there's, I'm not even going to go into it. Not even going to go into it. We're here to have a good time this evening. I'm fucking ruining it. Before I look this up, is this real? I don't think it is real. I think he's being facetious, but funny. Although Road Dogg and Billy Gunn have been doing the rounds, doing like conventions and signings and stuff. So they are doing stuff together now, which is really nice to see. And it's good. It's good. I like Road Dogg. Politically, I don't think I would agree with everything that Road Dogg has said and done, but there was a time where I watched all of the New Age Outlaws shoot interviews when they were away from WWE, before they got brought back from WWE. And there's one where they're in the midst of their personal struggles and problems and addictions and things like that. And they sit in the chair and they talk nothing but shit about Triple H. They talk nothing but shit about WWE. And when they got sober, they did another interview and they were very remorseful and very like embarrassed about it. And it was good to see how well they looked once they'd got clean and sober. And at that point in time, I wasn't. I was in the midst of my own drug addiction and alcohol dependency. And I remember watching those interviews and being like, I want to be like that. I want to be, you know, a success story in the same way that they are. No, I didn't find Jesus. No, I didn't look towards a higher power for my, you know, sobriety. But I still fucking did it. I still looked at them as inspirations. And I can remember I posted something on Twitter when it was like the 3-year anniversary of it. And Road Dogg messaged me. Like, he messaged me back and said, like, congratulations and all that. And I was like, you know what? You're a stand-up human being, Mr. Dog. They're all old school carnies and always working. And fair fucks. If the money's there, if the money's on the table, it's not to be sniffed at. Can always appreciate them as a tag team. I appreciate them as a tag team. I remember there was one match, and I'm so happy he talked about it in an interview once. I'm so happy he talked about it in an interview. But there was one match, they did a cage match, which I think they did a cage match against, it was either Edge and Christian or it was against the APA. And it was around like 2000, like early-ish 2000. And Road Dogg did a moonsault off the top rope. He didn't do a moonsault off the cage. He did a moonsault off the top rope in the cage. And I remember watching that and being like, this fucking guy. Nicholas, welcome in. With the breath, well, we can't blame Danhausen. It happens sometimes with your dominant hand. You know when you know. Never had cramp, though. Although, Not doing that, obviously. But I have had my how you call it, senior moments doing more innocuous things than that, than far less strenuous things than that. So you might be onto something there, mate. You might be onto something there. Right, we are opening up NXT Stand and Deliver tonight with a triple threat match. Kendal Gray versus Lola Vice versus Jacy Jayne. And this is one of the matches that I was most looking forward to. And the fact that this is opening gives me big confidence that this is going to be a fucking banger of a match. I've gone for Lola Vice to win. And I'm really not confident on that. Really not confident on that. Repetitive strain, I think they call it. I didn't have a look at the stage properly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are they doing the thing where they've got is it special access seats near enough on the stage, or is it, who are those people? Are those journos, or are they journalists, or are they fans that have won competitions, or have they just sold out this building so much they've had to put extra seating on the stage? Because there's literally people sat on the stage, and this happened a few times, isn't it? Landry, do you think you meant for Jacy to retain, but Kendal is good to go as a belt holder? Who is it? It was Kendal that Dave Meltzer said would be the best women's wrestler in North America soon, I think. And people shat on Dave Meltzer for that because he didn't say something nice about AEW. You can never win, Dave Meltzer. I'm not Dave Meltzer's biggest fan, but I respect and appreciate and listen to his opinions, at least. I don't think he's the shill everyone else thinks he is. I think he's, how do I put this mildly? I think he likes a certain flavour of ice cream. He likes what he likes, does Dave Meltzer. And people seem to take his word for gospel. And those people need to get a mind of their own, I think. Would rather listen to Dave over Brian. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that, Lansrad. That's exactly what I was going to say, Lambert. That's exactly what I was going to say, Lambert. And again, don't mean it in a horrible way. No, obviously don't mean that in a horrible way. But like, he likes what he likes. He likes what he likes. You know? He's right by some way. I like I said, I don't massively follow NXT on a weekly basis. I always make time to watch the PLEs. What I've seen of Kendal has been fantastic. And I will listen to his opinion, and it will make me listen and watch out for Kendal a little bit more. But I'm not afraid to disagree with him if I have to, or if I do. But he clearly has years, decades of experience on me. And it's not even fucking close. Jacy Jayne caught in the middle here. It is one guy's opinion, not Rotten Tomatoes. No, but even the Rotten Tomatoes of wrestling needs to be taken with a pinch of salt. Like, the cage match ratings are peer-reviewed and peer-assessed ratings of wrestling. And you shouldn't be looking at that for a gospel or a more accurate take. Because at the end of the day, it is just one certain group of people who like what they like. There's a certain demographic that go on to cage match. And it's not, you know, families and, you know, lapsed fans or casuals. It's the diehards that like that sort of wrestling. I can't remember what I was looking at. Was it oh fuck me, what was it? I think it was like Bad Blood. Bad Blood 2024, the one with Drew versus CM Punk. Cage match. And the rating for that entire show was shite. But in my opinion, the show wasn't even that bad. It was just the fact that Punk versus Drew opened the show and everything else was kind of DOA after that. But the actual show and the actual matches were brilliant. Like, that match got 9.48 for the rest. Whereas, oh, fuck, what is this event? Bad Blood, here we go. The entire event got 6.35, and there's no way I would have given that entire event 6.35 out of 10. Like, for me, that was at least a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10. But again, ratings mean fuck all anyway, because that's just my opinion. Is a decent enough barometer? It's not a decent enough barometer. I completely disagree with you. It's a certain demographic that go on there, and a lot of the reviews on the matches are incredibly similar. And that's not what wrestling is for me. Wrestling is, ironically, a bit of a spectrum. Cragler's now lost his Easter weekend to browsing cage match. Huh? Oh, cage match is all right. Cage match, again, like Dave Meltzer, is a good reference point, but I wouldn't call it a barometer. It's not something to hang your hat on, and it's definitely not something to base your own opinions on. And I'm sure you agree on that. See it as a broader perspective of people vote rather than just one guy. That much is true. I feel like I agree with you, and I said I disagree with you, and I apologize for that. But it's not something I would go to and be like, you know, which is ironic actually, because I got an account for what was it? What's that fucking app called? Dropkicked, which is a similar thing to Cage Match, where you go on and you can give your ratings and reviews of wrestling events and wrestling matches. And I said I was going to make a point of doing that after every event. And have I done that? Have I fuck? Have I fuck? Oh, I thought the lights went out then. It's just the feed cut out for a second. Forget star ratings. How did it make you feel? I 100% agree. And do you know what? Do you know what I want to see? I want to see the star rating for one of my favourite WrestleMania matches ever. And feel free to disagree with me. Like, feel free to disagree with me, because I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. But I fucking loved Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania, was it 38 or 30? It was 38, wasn't it? Or 37? 38. 37. Let me know. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville cage match. It got 7.33. Do you know what? That's a lot fucking higher than I thought it was going to be. Let's have a look at Wrestling Observer Newsletter star rating. I reckon he would have I reckon he wouldn't have even rated it. Oh, tell me what he fucking put for it. I don't think he's gonna say. I don't think he rated it. I don't think he would have rated it for some reason. It says it on Cage Match. It should say it on Cage Match anyway. I need to read this. This is from user. I'm not even going to read the username out, but they gave it a 0.0 out of 10. This was an act of mockery, humiliation, insult, and a stripping away of the dignity of a professional wrestler with a huge fan base. Perhaps one of the most disgusting things I've seen in world wrestling. Sami Zayn was once a professional wrestler with an aura of a brilliant underdog. Incredible ring skills, a history of NXT, ROH, El Generico, and much more. At this show, he was simply turned into a joke, forced to humiliate himself in front of yet another celebrity, spelt wrong. Naked men and Zayn being beaten by a little guy, offensive. Catching Zayn in a mousetrap, Zayn looked like a humiliated wrestler. He's used the word humiliated a lot here. As if he was stepping into the ring for the first time. Many justify this match by saying Knoxville supposedly won on his hardcore field. But this argument falls apart when you've seen how hardcore matches and situation Zayn, then El Generico, only rumoured, that's not been confirmed, was involved in. He showed his creativity, intelligence, cunning and agility in the COC 2020 match, but the management didn't appreciate it and simply wasted Zayn's huge potential. Absolute perversion of wrestling. It shouldn't work like this. That a celebrity with no experience in the ring beats a professional wrestler. The consequences of WWE's decline after Royal Rumble 2020, when all wrestlers except Reigns, spelt wrong again, and Lesnar lost any legitimacy. Now Zayn has recovered as a great US champion, and I hope he won't have to participate in something like this again. -10 stars. I would still much rather see Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville 2 at WrestleMania this year than Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. But that's me. Clearly they never saw Katie Vick if that was disgusting. Dave hated it if memory serves. See, you're absolutely right, because people are saying on Reddit, which again is another toxic forum, that Dave Meltzer's out of touch for his comments on Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. I think it went unrated. For some reason, I think that's one of the matches where he was like, I'm not going to rate this because it wasn't a wrestling match. He didn't give it a rating. Okay, thank you. Hilarious. But again, it made that person feel. I could do a whole fucking stream of looking at cage match ratings and reviews and things like that. Like, I respect that person's viewpoint on it. Like, I just have a different one. I find that hilarious. I find that fucking hilarious. But right now, we are watching NXT Stand and Deliver. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, everyone, for getting sidetracked on that just ever so slightly. The crowd seemed pretty hot for this. The crowd are continually chanting in the ring for this. Oh, that's one thing I want to ask everyone's opinion on, actually. The kicks, you know, like the quick sort of flash kicks that Lola Vice does and Speedball Mike Bailey does as well in AEW. What's everyone's opinions on that? Naomi used to do it as well. A lot of people say that they fucking hate it. And I think I have to agree with those people. Which is nuts. Because if I took those kicks, worked, or worked kicks from Speedball Mike Bailey will hurt like a bitch. Oh, bear with. The big hand was inspired, mate. There are certain... I love Jackass, right? I think that's why I like Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn so much, because I'm the perfect... grew up on the MTV generation of, like, Jackass and that type of show, all the CKY videos I had. Wild Boys, I remember watching a lot of that shit as well, back when it was out. And there are certain bits from those films and the TV show that I always go back and watch, and it always makes me laugh. The big hand The big hand, especially when Bam takes it and Bam slips on something on the ground and he falls like a sack of shit, like completely like stiff as a board, gets hit by the hand and just goes straight down like that. It's so fucking good. And there's another bit in Jackass as well, which it looks really nasty, and it probably gave Dave England a concussion doing it. But it was the oh god, I can't remember what the name of the segment was called, but it was the doorbell one, and it's like it was like an airbag, like an emergency, almost like anti-riot airbag that they fixed into a doorbell, and they told them to come press the door, and as soon as they press the doorbell, it explodes like and deploys in their face, and like he was so out of it, but it's one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen in my life. Antiquing afterwards for about yes. Bailey's used to be a lot faster as well. They already look pretty fucking rapid. Speedball's fantastic though. Like Speedball does some things, and he does it with purpose as well. I think that's what a lot of people's critique is of that type of wrestling. I'm not going to sit here and be Pete Rosenberg about it and say that, oh, I tell these wrestlers all the time they shouldn't do it. He got so fucking mad. I'm going to go off topic here, but he got so fucking mad on his podcast when he got so much shit for that tweet, and he defends himself so much, being like, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. Mate, that's exactly what you said. You can sit here and say that you didn't mean it, but like, don't be that person. Just hold your hands up, say you said something stupid, and just move the fuck on. But he didn't. He not doubled down on it, but he went and denied it, and that's just one of the most cringiest things he could have possibly done. Funny as fuck. Went off like a bomb hit. What, the Dave England one? It's so good. It's so good. Like, because he's lying on the floor at one point, and he goes like, he's smiling because he's Dave England, and he's like, what happened? Like, oh, he feels so sorry for him. Nice jackknife cover into the bridge. You don't see this enough in wrestling these days. Oh, they didn't go for the backside. She went for the sleeper. No, nice. Roll through. This has been a great match so far. Big knee to the face from Jacy Jayne. I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see Jacy Jayne retain tonight. No. Big back elbow from Kendal. Might take her out here. Big submission, going for the armbar. This match has been all over the place, and in the best way possible. In the best way possible. Wee Man on the chair was so funny. Did not question the chair in the hallway. No. And they got who they get to hold the soup? Did they get Danger Aaron to hold the soup? And they even just laughed at him afterwards. They were like, why didn't you question the fact that we asked you to carry a fucking tray of soup into the place? And the fact as well that was like day one of filming. You just knew that I was going to set the entire tone for the entire rest of the weekend, or the rest of filming. Should be fine. JCJ will be fine. Oh shit. Huge moonsault. That's a nice looking moonsault there from Kendal Gray. Oh, what a move that is. Lola's there, though. Lola's there. She got the sleeper. Oh, my God. No, she rolled through. Doing the Brett spot. This could be it. This could be it. No, Jacy Jayne's going to... Jacy Jayne's up. Oh. Big shot. Lola wins. Oh. I got it half right. Got it half right. Wins. With a big back fist on Jacy Jayne. That was awesome. I think she deserves it. She's been so working her ass off. She's been so busy as Lola Vice. She's been doing stuff with AAA and NXT. I'm excited to see her as champion now and what she can do with that. But Kendal's got such a big future, and I'm interested to see where Jacy Jayne goes from here. Really interested to see where Jacy Jayne goes from here. I'm not shocked that this show's got so many women on it, because they are properly head and shoulders above the men on NXT currently. I nearly went for Tony D to win the belt tonight. Nearly went for Tony D to win the belt tonight. Jacy Jayne, I reckon, could actually do really good things on the main roster. I think that's not a far cry, Sammy. She's got really good character work. Like, even now, she's on the floor, giving Lola her moment, crying, watching the ring. I think she can do some really cool stuff. Yeah, the printing on those t-shirts looks shit. Looks shit. Are you going to Raw as well, Sammy? I didn't know that. That's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, maybe Jacy goes to the main dance. I fully would. I'd be on board for that. I'd be on board for that. I hope something massive. I hope a big fucking return happens on that Raw for you, Sammy. Although, who would be left? Who is left to come back on the Raw after Mania apart from Paige? Is the only person I can really think of. You're going to SmackDown, both nights of Mania, and the Mania Raw. Fuck me, mate. You are gonna be hanging. I want pictures, Sammy. I want pictures of where you are each night, because I want to spend my time, and I probably will actually do a SmackDown watch along, or at least have SmackDown on in the background for that SmackDown before Mania, just so I can try and find Sammy somewhere in the crowd. You're gonna have a fucking great time, mate. You are gonna have a fucking great time, right? As is the WWE way, and I fucking hate sitting through commercial breaks. We're not doing that this evening. We're going to fill these commercial breaks. We're going to fill these breaks, these gaps in the action with some Sporkle quizzes, and we're going to fill them with some WrestlePlay games as well. So, we've only got 2 left. It's been a ride. We've done every single WrestleMania over the last couple of months, and if you want to watch back some of those Sporkle quizzes and stuff like that, go and follow my YouTube channel. Go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I have released a video of us all doing the Sporkle quizzes from WrestleMania 10 all the way up to WrestleMania 41, or will be up to WrestleMania 41. Thank you so much as well for that, Sammy. You'll be clearing the pictures off your phone's main room. Fuck me, I never even thought of that, but that's a great shout, mate. Back them up, though. You don't want to lose them. You don't want to lose them. Right. Are you ready? Can you name every single match from WrestleMania 40, Night 1 and Night 2? I'm going to turn the timer off, because we don't play those fucking games here. Let's go. Ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. I genuinely have no fucking clue here, but Philadelphia Street Fight, I do remember this. It was Ford, it was Dawkins, it was Lashley versus Cross and AOP. So I can't spell his name. Who's the other guy? Akeem and Razar. How do you spell Akeem? Akam. Right. My apologies. Thank you very much. Let's try. I thought it was that, Landrad. One of your favourite entrances ever is the one with Ripley. Of course. She faced off against... Who did she face off against? Was it Lynch? Becky Lynch. WrestleMania Night 1 tag team match. You've got a ladder match. We've obviously got, let's just get this one out of the way, but it was Rhodes versus Reigns. And it was Jimmy versus Jay as well was on this. Oh, tag team match as well with Rollins and The Rock, obviously. We had Rollins versus McIntyre. We also had the cash-in with Damian Priest was on this show, and I think there was something else I was about to say then, but I'm going to go back to this. Well done. So it was Gargano, it was Ciampa, it was Awesome Truth. Oh, I do remember this now. It was Awesome Truth, and it was, oh my god, spell it properly, Stuart. Truth, Miz, it was Theory, it was Waller, because Theory and Waller won one set of belts. The Awesome Truth won another set of belts. Priest and Balor? Well done. Priest and Balor, well done. A-Town Down Under, DIY. Who else is in that fucking match? Oh, it was Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate were in that match as well, I seem to remember. And who else is in that fucking match? I remember it was someone that I really wanted. Was it New Day? It was Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Intercontinental Championship match was Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Ooh, this is starting to get a little bit hard now. WWE Women's Championship would have been Bayley versus Nia Jax. Not Nia Jax. Bayley versus... Fuck, who was the champion? Sky. Io Sky. My bad. Io Sky versus Bayley. Well done, Sammy. United States Championship was a triple threat match. Usos, thank you very much. It was Jimmy versus Jay. That's what I meant to say. Thank you very much. Triple threat match for the United States Championship. Owens, Orton, and Paul. Well done. I seem to remember as well. Fuck. Oh, I've lost it. I had one then. I had one. Oh, I've lost it. I've probably lost it. LA Knight. It wasn't that, but well done. LA Knight was in a singles match with, was it Styles? AJ Styles. Well done. No. Oh my god, right. We've got all of night 2. We just need night 1 now. We've got a tag team match and we've got a women's tag team match as well. Bubba, special guest referee. He's not on the list, but yes, he was special guest referee. Well done. Night 1 tag team match. I will get this. Right, 6 women tag team though. Always, if in doubt, go for Natalya, but she's not there. Maxine Dupree is not there. Liv Morgan is not there. We've got... I don't think Raquel would have been around at this point either. Funnily enough. No Raquel. This is hard. Tiffany Stratton wasn't there yet. Asuka, Sane, and Dakota Kai? Yes. So it would have been Damage Control versus who? Exactly. Street Profits and Lashley versus Cross and AOP we've already got. Well done. It was Cargill, Naomi, and Belair. And we got one more men's tag team match, but it wasn't for the tag team titles. Or it was a mixed tag team match. I can't think. I genuinely can't think. Tag team match on this show. Night 1 as well. Right after the ladder match. No, we've got Rock and Reigns. We've got Rock and Reigns and Rollins and Cody. It's not the main event. Was there a celebrity match? We will get this. We will get this. Who was around WWE at this time? I'm thinking Sheamus, but he's not there. He was injured at this point. Mysterio. It was Dom and someone. Oh, it was Penta. No, it wasn't. It was Phoenix. Was it Phoenix this time or was it Penta? I don't think it was either. Rey Mysterio and somebody versus Dom and someone. Not JD. Santos Escobar? Escobar and Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio and somebody. Andrade. It was Andrade. It wasn't Dragon Lee, it was Andrade. I remember that. I remember it was someone that had literally just come back and hadn't done much. And Andrade had just got... he just returned at the Rumble, didn't he? He just returned at the Rumble and got a match at Mania off of seemingly nothing. Because he wasn't involved in the LWO shit at the time. People thought, and I thought, that it was going to be Carlito or someone in the LWO sphere. And they just went for Andrade, just off of nothing. And I was like, I was happy with it. It was a good match. It was a good match. Right, we'll have a quick look at the stats here. Quick look at the stats. Most people got Rhea Ripley. She's a fucking star, man. She is the biggest star in WWE. Most people got Rhea Ripley, followed by Cody. Damian Priest was really high up as well. McIntyre, Rollins, Rock. Roman Reigns was quite low down on this list compared to WrestleMania 39. The Usos were quite low down. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Only 78.9% of people got Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. And Andrade and Santos Escobar were the lowest on the list. Only 73.7% of people got Santos Escobar and Andrade, which is interesting. Don't think it was that not memorable, but well done, everyone. Well done. Right, currently, we are watching, I can't remember, the Vanity Project versus Los Americanos. This is probably the match that I'm least excited about, to be honest with you. This is probably the match that I am least excited about, but two of my favourite wrestlers, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, are in this match. Nice sunset flip powerbomb and a really nice sell off that sunset flip powerbomb from Rayo, Bravo, Pete Dunne. Oh yeah, Carlito took out Dragon Lee at that point. He did. Fucking hell, I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. So sorry if I keep on moving really weirdly. I slept really, really funny over the last 2 or 3 nights. And my neck is stiff as fuck. But I'm here. And I will be back here tomorrow as well. I'm going to be back here tomorrow playing some non-wrestling games. Can you believe it? We're going to be doing something completely non-wrestling tomorrow. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to play a mishmash of loads of different games tomorrow. Like it's not going to be limited to one game or another. I've got 3 games lined up. I've got a horror game, I've got a rage game, and I've got a sort of a skill-based game as well that I've got lined up. But if you have any recommendations for me, ideally things that you can find on Steam for less than a £5, or something I potentially already own, or something that you can find on the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. If you have any recommendations for me, please let me know. Came in to say hi, but you're in Florida, so you're not going to stay. Nick, thank you so much for saying hello, mate. It's always lovely to see you. I hope you have a lovely time. Are you live in Florida, or are you just visiting? And if you're already gone, I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend, pal. I need to sort my predictions out right now. Oh. I know, we're in. We're good. Okay, so I got Lola Vice correct, but Kendal Gray very much wrong. Which makes me think that Jacy Jayne is going to go to the main roster after this. Yeah. You're visiting for a week. Nice. Well, I hope you have a lovely time, whatever you got planned, mate. I will certainly post the results of the predictions competition on the Discord once I'll be honest with you. I always say I'll do it the day after. I never fucking do. It takes so long to count and extract everything, and sometimes I just can't be arsed. So I will do it, hopefully tomorrow. If I don't do it tomorrow, it will be Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, but it will be done. It will certainly be done. I'll be promising you it'll be done before TNA Rebellion and AEW Dynasty. And what I used to do for the predictions as well is I used to do a separate predictions for each show. I'm not doing that anymore. We're having one big fat predictions form for TNA Rebellion and AEW Dynasty. And we will get a fucking winner. We will get a hard and fast winner. Do you think if you were Ricky Saints, right, and your name was Ricky Starks, and you built your reputation and your name on Ricky Starks, and they changed it to Ricky Saints, you were like, okay, it's not a bad trade-off. I understand you want to own the name, that's fine. Not a bad trade-off. Ricky Saints is fine. And then you get this fucking guy come in out of nowhere, and he's called Ricky Smokes. He's literally got the coolest fucking name in NXT. If I was Ricky Saints right now, I'd be fuming. I'd be like, this cunt has got to change his name. Like, he can't be overshadowing me. You already lost, so fuck them stupid. Hey, those predictions are not stupid, Landrad. Oh. Nice. Xplex. By definitely not Pete Dunne. I'd fucking love it right now if Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate won the NXT Tag Team titles. It would certainly make them being under masks and underutilized a bit more palatable, them being champions. Ooh. Nice. Just drop kick to the head to break up that count. It would be pity they're not in this match. Take off that. I apologize, Craggle Rocks. I apologize. These are two legitimate AAA and Mexican wrestling mainstays, Rayo and Bravo. I apologize. It's just a rumor. I shouldn't have talked about it like it was absolute fact. I misspoke. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Nice. Powerbomb on the apron. Didn't go down though. It just took a massive fucking running knee to the face and didn't go down, just walked off. I don't know what the direction of their characters are, and again, don't want to be a conspiracy theorist about this, Craggle Rocks. I don't know what the direction of their characters are. It looks like the one that looks like Tyler Bate is really like, you know, going for it and really trying his fucking hardest to make it work. And the one that looks like Pete Dunne looks like he couldn't give a fuck. I think I got all the other ones wrong, didn't I? I think I got all of the pre-show wrong. Who won on the pre-show? It was... Did Birthright win or did Team Hank and Tank win? I feel like I got it all wrong. I think I got it all wrong. I'm going to have a look. I can't actually remember... Oh, here we go. NXT Stand and Deliver. Who won? Results. Hank and Tank won. So yeah, got it all wrong. All wrong. The evil Matt Damon. Are they really calling him that? They actually had a match on the pre-show this time around, Lansrad. They did. I was as shocked as you were. Oh my god, that dive to the outside was beautiful. Bitter end. He just hit the bitter end. Oh my god, I can't believe he kicked out of that. I thought we had new tag team champions then. I was... genuinely thought we had new tag team champions then. Oh, El Grande gets a face full of evil Matt Damon, which I'm going to call him that from now on. Oh no. Well, he just... Here we go. It's Bravo in the ring and not Rayo. But... oh my god. Ricky Smokes is a legal man. That's a win. Win for the Vanity Project. And do you know what? This was the match that I was least excited about. And it was actually not all that bad. Genuinely not all that bad. And I'm shocked that I managed to get 2 out of 3 on that one. Maybe you'll change your mind on these predictions. Yeah, good for them. Fucking hell, even the manager took a massive bump on the outside. Decent. I wanted Los Americanos to win as well after watching that. They're really good together. What? Who's really good together? Sorry. I don't know a lot about the Vanity Project, but this is probably the first match I've watched in full of the Vanity Project, and I have to say, I'm really digging their presentation. Right, here's a little replay from earlier from the big 10-man or 10-person tag, sorry, that opened up tonight's show. They've got some gold there. They do. They do. Right, we'll have a... oh, wow. Fucking hell, that moonsault to the outside was from... I think that was from EK Prosper, so the former Eli Knight. Shyla Hill got the win over Charlie Dempsey. I think they think very, very highly of this Shyla Hill, and I said that earlier. They are really positioning him as something, but he's he might legitimately be really fucking unhinged. Or he's just amazing, amazing character. He's just amazing character. He does look a bit like that, doesn't he? Jesus! I like him. He is. He's the perfect nut job. And he's marking out for Sexy Red, which is really cool. He's just a really good at what he does, but I don't know how much of what he does. I don't know how much of what he does is legit or just a really good character. And either way, do you know what? Do you know what? I don't care because I just like what I see. I like what I see with Charlotte Hill. Right, we've got Soul Ruca versus Zaria up next. Right, have we got... I'll tell you what we can do. We can do a quick... And when I say quick, I mean fucking quick. Wrestle play game. So you let me know. What would you rather see wrestle play wise? Do you want to see connections or do you want to see another grid? Because we've got 3 more grids to do this evening. I think we've done that. Oh, we've got another ladder. Let's do a ladder. Let's do a ladder, and then you can pick the next ones. Grid will do next. That's fine. His YouTube before doing more NXT and Evolve was this gimmick. That's really cool. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one because I can think of a few names, but I don't know if I can think of 10. Okay. Most tag team matches. I'm assuming it means as partner. But most tag team matches with Kevin Owens. So I'm got to be thinking Zayn's got to be in there. He's number 1. Jericho must be in there somewhere. Rollins maybe is number 2. Okay, so we got the top 3. Can you think of anyone who's had tag team matches with Kevin Owens? Did he have many tag team matches in NXT? Did he have a tag team match with Joe or Finn Balor? Cody Rhodes is a great shout. Orton is a great shout. Cody's not there. Orton's number 8. No Cody. That's mad. Unless I spelled it wrong. No, there's no Cody. There's no Cody. Okay. Owens. Who would he be in tag team partner with? Maybe Elias. No Elias. No Elias or Elijah, unfortunately. I'm just going to go for just names. McIntyre? Sheamus. Sheamus is number 4. There's what? Big E is not on the list. But I'll try every single member of the New Day and they're not there. That's really shocked me. Reigns is not on the list. Mox is not on the list. Big E's not on the list. I'm shocked at Sheamus though, which means that anyone could be on this fucking list. Ziggler's not on the list. Miz might be on the list though. Miz genuinely might be on this list. Miz is not on the list. I'm surprised about that. Genuinely surprised about that. He is tagged with all 3 other... Yeah, well, apparently he's tagged with other people more. No Bryan Danielson on the list. Let's have a think now. Let's have a fucking think about this. Owens aligned himself with Triple H at one point, but I don't think that means anything. I genuinely don't think that... Yeah. He aligned himself with Triple H. Who else is aligned with Triple H? Kane. Kane's not going to be on the list. Owens. Usos, potentially. Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso are not on the list. Has he been in 6-man tag team matches with people? If so, are we talking Gargano and Ciampa maybe? Corbin's a good shout. Corbin is a great shout, in fact. Wasn't he a Heyman guy at some point? I don't think he was he? I can put Ryback, but I think he... Cena, potentially. No Cena. Nakamura, I already put Nakamura. He's not on the list, unfortunately. Corbin. Fucking Karrion Kross, Zayn, Miz, Ziggler we've had. Who's been in Mysterio, Dominic, and Rey Mysterio are not on the list. Are we thinking NXT? We're definitely thinking NXT and WWE wrestlers. Shane McMahon's a crazy shout, but I wouldn't be shocked. Shane is not on the list, unfortunately. No Ray, unfortunately. No Elias, unfortunately. I'm just going to put it even though Styles. There's no AJ Styles. That really does shock me. Logan Paul is not on the list. I'm baffled, actually. Tag team matches with Kevin Owens. I can only think of Sami Zayn. Who was he tag team champions with? No Big Show. Not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. I went for McIntyre as well. We can go for Edge. We can go for the Canadian contingent here because we've got Jericho. But there's no Edge. There's no Christian. There's no Baylor. Who the fuck would it be? Cesaro is a great shout. Claudio's not on the list. Neither is Pac. Who is in AEW right now that would be on that list? Maybe a Ricochet. Maybe a fucking... I can't believe we've got 4 more to go. I reckon one might unlock another one. Like in our memories, in our minds. This one is hard. We are going to get it though. We are going to get it. Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Chris Jericho, Sheamus. Oh, nearly went for a fucking stupid idea there. I'm not even gonna vocalize it. Braun Strowman and Rick Boogs are not on the list. Enzo Amore, you say, is not on the list. Big Cass is also not on the list. Rick Boogs is not a bad shout, though. Rick Boogs not a bad shout. I'm going to go for Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins was a crazy shout, but clearly he did have matches with them in 6-man tags. So we got 2. We got 2. I told you one was going to unlock another one. I knew that was going to be the case. Sheamus and, I don't know, fucking Pete Dunne or fucking Ridge Holland. No. Sheamus and Cesaro were in a tag team. Sheamus and Rusev were in a tag team. Sheamus and Barrett were in a tag team. Del Rio was in a tag team as well. So, again, no recollection of fucking Alberto Del Rio and Kevin Owens being in there. Kenta is not on the list. For some reason, I think this just means main roster. Although it could be NXT talent as well. Who was around the time of Baron Corbin then? Because it would be that sort of era. I'm going to try your New Day ones as well. Again, Sammy. No Big E. We went for the both Mysterios as well, didn't we? Andrade? Maybe, it's not going to be so that's a stupid idea. Madcap Moss. Oh, I would have loved it, Sammy. I would have loved it if Madcap Moss was there, but unfortunately he is not. Kane's not there. Riddle, I think you might have got it, Craggle Rocks. Not Riddle. It's not Riddle. Did I say? We said Rollins. Reigns. Fucking Bray Wyatt, maybe? Maybe Brody Lee? Maybe Eric Rowan? No. No Bray Wyatt. Bo Dallas is no. No Bray. Good shout, though. These are all really good shouts. They must be hovering around 11 to 15 at this point. Said Gargano. I think we said Baylor, didn't we? Not Baylor. Maybe Priest at this point. You know, not JD McDonough. Who else been around at that fucking time? He was in the War Games matches as well, wasn't he? With fucking Eric Young, Cole, and Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, and Roddy Strong potentially, but he wasn't there. I think Truth is a fucking great shout. No, it's not our Truth. Keith Lee. Oh, I say AJ Lee, sorry. Keith Lee. There's loads of Lees. Dragon Lee. No Dragon Lee. Dijak is a good shout, I would say, potentially. It's not Dijak. It's going to be someone really fucking obvious, isn't it? It's going to be someone really fucking obvious. How about Jinder Mahal? Oh! That famous fucking tag team partnership of Jinder Mahal and Kevin Owens. Obviously it was Jinder. I am baffled, mate. I'll see you later. Look, I have to go right now because there's just no way that this stream gets any better than this. NXT is going to be fantastic, but I've peaked this evening. I have absolutely 100% peaked for tonight's WrestlePlay lists. Can't beat that. You just fucking can't beat that. I'm afraid. Nearly jumped out of my fucking seat. Well done, everyone, though. Massive, massive well done to everyone. Like, these WrestlePlay quizzes can be really hard, especially, like, I struggle most of the time doing it solo. So the fact that we all managed to fucking do that, I put in some well-rogue ones then. I can't take credit for... I think I just put enough names in there to get really fucking lucky on a lot of them, especially with Sheamus and Del Rio and the Street Profits, and especially Jinder Mahal. And I don't think I ever would have said Baron Corbin, so I think it was Sammy that said Baron Corbin. Massive well done on that one. Fucking Jinder. Fucking Jinder. Of course it was Jinder. Of course it was Jinder. Right, who have we gone for in this one? I've gone for Zaria to win by pinfall, but I wouldn't be surprised if she won by submission as well. Would not be shocked in the slightest. Guesswork for me there. Take it, Sammy. Take it, mate. I'm taking Jinder. I'm owning Jinder. I'm taking Jinder. That's a win. That's a massive dub. You went with Soul Yourself, but almost chose Zaria. Lansra went for Soul by pinfall. It's this is what I like. I like the split. I like a split of opinions with this sort of thing. In fact, not only do I like a split of opinions, I'm going to have a look right now at the split. I'm not going to look at anyone's individual predictions, but I'll have a look at the form right now just to see what the split was for this specific match. And I can tell you that... Wow. Only 2 people went for Lola Vice to win. Only 2 people went for Lola Vice to win. That's mad. Really impressive. So what have we got here? It's Soul Ruca versus Zaria. We've got 42.8% of people went for Soul Ruca by pinfall. 0% went for Soul Ruca by submission. 0% for Soul Ruca by other. 42.8% of people went for Zaria by pinfall. And 14% of people went for Zaria to win via submission. It is hard to predict, and I like that. I like that. Most people went for the Vanity Project. Few people went for Los Americanos to win. Interesting card so far. Looks like a very interesting split. In fact, is a very, very interesting split. The main event, though, unsurprisingly, most people... This is mad. Most people went for Joe Hendry to win. One person's gone for Tony D. Whoever you are that's really stuck your neck out and gone for Tony D to walk out as NXT champion this evening at Stand and Deliver, I've got nothing but respect for you. Got nothing but respect for you. And you know what? I hope you fucking win. It might be you, Landra. I'll have a look. I'll have a look eventually. After this one, we will do a WrestlePlay grid, though. I promise you we'll do a WrestlePlay grid. Thank you so much again to Lenny and to Sammy for putting me on to these WrestlePlay quizzes. They make these pay-per-view and PLE watch-alongs fly by because we've got something to do in between these matches, and these matches have been absolutely stellar so far this evening. It has not disappointed in the slightest. I really like Sol Ruca's gear tonight. I really like the colours. Oh, just about to do the bingo yourself. I'm shit at the bingo. I'm absolute dog shit at the bingo. One hand, it feels too soon. Other, it feels like it might be desperate to get Hendry on the main roster. I think you. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought, Craggle Rocks, because Hendry's made appearances for the main roster. He's had a match at WrestleMania, lest we forget. He's had Royal Rumble appearances. He has. It looked like he was going to go to the main roster and do something with The Miz. And then they put him back in NXT and gave him the belt. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. That's why I thought if anyone's going to win, who would I want to see win the most? And I think I want to see, no offense to Joe Hendry, I've got nothing but love and respect for Joe Hendry, but I think I want to see Ethan Page win it. Oh shit, that was... They went for the suplex spot over the top rope, and that could have ended really badly. Hopefully, both of their necks are fine, and it looks like they are absolutely fine right now. That was nearly quite bad. Zaria's got that Kane-ish gear going on. Let her be the monster heel that she was teasing. Couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with you more. We've got a bit of an Aussie contingent that show up to these watch-alongs every now and then. Surprised that Aussie Lucian's not here, because I know Aussie Lucian was well looking forward to Zaria versus Sol Ruca. I think Sol Ruca's main roster bound. That's why I think she's losing tonight. I think Sol Ruca's main roster bound. And then you can have people debut on Raw and SmackDown. It doesn't have to be the SmackDown after WrestleMania. You can always do a debut on the SmackDown before WrestleMania. Oh, what is she going for here? Oh, caught her. Chokeslam. Missed. Oh, Soul Snatcher on the ramp. I've said this numerous times, I hate the ramp that leads all the way up to ring level. I really hate it. But if they're going to use the ramp like that and do moves like that, then I'm all for it. Make it mean something. Soul Snatcher on the ramp means Zaria's definitely winning this now. Come on. Come on. Oh, the camera angle. The camera angle of the monster Zaria. All the way up. Spear through the ropes. Ooh, that thud. I love the thud in WWE 2K games in the underground match. When you Irish whip someone into the post, that thud. Whatever the stock bit of Zaria kicks out. Zaria kicked out. I can't believe it. Zaria's definitely has to win, unless they're making her look strong by having her take 3 Soul Snatchers. which could happen. Oh, she went for a 450 flying nothing into a spear from Zaria. It's almost like a fucking avalanche. Wow, it was like a fucking F5. It was an F5. So kicked out of that though. So I'm back to square one. I don't know what the fuck's going on. This is... They're throwing everything at each other right now. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Booker T's beside himself, which means he's absolutely normal. Booker T. When's Booker T going to get a fucking main roster call up? Like, I've been saying this for too long now. I would much rather have... That's what one thing that would bring me back to doing a weekly SmackDown watch-along. Because I've given up now. After last night, I've given up on doing weekly SmackDown watch-alongs. The only thing at this point that could bring me back full-time is Booker T and Vic Joseph on SmackDown. And no, I'm not saying that ironically. I'm fucking deadly serious when I mean that. Oh, what is she going for here? She's going up to the second rope. Soul's fighting out of it. Oh, this is gonna be something to end this match, isn't it? Zaria's fighting out. Oh, big fucking shot from Zaria. Dueling chants from the crowd. Dueling chants from the crowd. Oh, X Factor. One more Soul Snatcher. Connects. She's close to the ropes. She's away. Soul wins. Brilliant match. You love Vic so much, but he deserves the break from Booker, but then reuniting with Wade might be as bad. Vic Joseph, look, I've not made it a secret that I'm a massive Booker T mark, right? No secret whatsoever. I'm a massive Booker T mark, but I think Vic Joseph deserves his opportunity now, main roster proper. He had one go at it. Well, recently, I think he was on main roster doing something, but he had one go of it. Was it during the pandemic? And he shut the bed, and he hasn't got a fair shake since. He hasn't got a fair shake since. X Factor from the top rope. A third Soul Snatcher. Kept Zaria looking strong. Still think Zaria should have won that match. Should have won that match. Either way, both are phenomenal. Right, let's fucking do this. I've left some subtle hints. Oh, yeah, man. Right. No timer. On normal. Feel free to chat out in the chat. I'm going to try to do as much as I possibly can. G1 Climax. I ain't got a fucking clue. One Best Wrestler of the Year and G1 Climax 2025. Zack Sabre Jr. European and was in the G1 Climax. Okay, one Best Wrestler of the Year. Maybe David Finlay? He's current AEW is in G1 Climax. Gotta go for Clark Connors. Just as a... it's not there. He's not there. Who was in a G1 Climax 2025 and won Best Wrestler of the Year? He loves a bit of Takeshita. No place for Takeshita on this list. Maybe Callum Newman? Not there. Ospreay in the G1 Climax, was he? He wasn't in a G1 Climax 2025. Oh, that's why I never thought Ospreay. When was Mox in it? Mox was in it a few years ago, but it wouldn't have been then. Okada would have been nowhere fucking near it. What am I on about? Right, one Best Wrestler of the Year, managed by Paul Heyman. We're thinking CM Punk. No, we're thinking Roman Reigns. We're thinking Seth freaking Rollins has to be in there. Not in there. Maybe like an old, maybe a Brock. No, Brock Lesnar, managed by Paul Heyman, won Best Wrestler of the Year. Stone Cold Steve Austin was managed by Paul Heyman. Stone Cold won Best Wrestler of the Year and was in Best Tag Team of the Year, but he was managed by Paul Heyman as well. Who else was managed by Paul Heyman that would have been Best Wrestler of the Year? Not Punk, not Reigns, not Rollins, not Lesnar. Jeff Cobb? No JC Mateo, unfortunately. Cesaro? He's in 2. He was managed by Paul Heyman and he's European and he was in Tag Team of the Year, so it's a very good shout. Current AEW managed by Paul Heyman. Would have been Cesaro as well. Really? Managed by Tanahashi was in the G1 Climax 2025. Thank you very much. Right. Current AEW managed by Paul Heyman. I can't think of anyone apart from Cesaro. Managed by Paul Heyman. Not Punk. I tried Punk already. Unless I spelt his name wrong or got it wrong. No Punk. That's really weird. Really weird. Right, one Best Tag Team of the Year and is in AEW. So we're thinking Edge for that one at least. Managed by Paul Heyman. Who was managed by Paul Heyman? Fucking Ryback. Fucking Curtis Axel. Just to get that itch off my fucking brain there. No Roman Reigns. I've said this already. No Roman Reigns. No Seth Rollins. And no CM Punk. Which is, honestly, they are the obvious choices. They're the obvious choices for both of them. Well, for Best Wrestler of the Year. Okay, so who did Paul Heyman manage back in the day? Did he manage The Undertaker? Who did he manage in WCW and ECW? So, I'm thinking... Oh, man. Rob Van Dam has to be... Not Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam is never... Big Show is definitely going to be in current AEW. So you've got Big Show. That's a really good fucking guess. Really, really good fucking guess. Wrestler of the Year. Best Wrestler of the Year. Managed by Paul Heyman. Alliance. Who was in the Alliance? Kurt Angle. Fuck it. Ah! Right. Sorted. Done. We smashed it. We absolutely smashed it. I'm a little bit annoyed it took me this long to get Kurt Angle, but he did manage Kurt Angle twice. Once in like 2004-ish, and once during the Alliance, technically during the Alliance as well in 2001. So, well played all of you. Well played all of you. Have we got time to do another? We've got time to do an easy one. We've got time to do a really easy one really quickly. So if you bear with just a second. Bear with. Let's get this sorted. And then we've got one more Sporkle quiz as well, which we can do later on. Fucking smashed it. Absolutely fucking smashed it this evening, everyone. Grid. We're still on easy. Because we'll do the hard one afterwards. Alliance is always a loose connection. Hey, mate, I will have not a bad word said about the Alliance. I've clearly already made it clear that I've got bad taste when it comes to wrestling. I got into WWF because of the Alliance. I was a WCW kid growing up. You yourself have been watching some WCW with Matthew. And I can think of a lot of worse things to do with my time than watch some old 2000, 2001 WCW. I might have been one of the only people watching the Alliance storyline at the time who was fucking well excited to see, oh my god, it's Sean Stasiak! Oh my god! Maybe when you zoned out, to be honest. I zoned out. Funny enough, I zoned out during Cena, Orton and Batista's rise. I zoned out during 04 all the way up to 08. Zoned out completely. Right, let's fucking do this. Undertaker. Opponent at WrestleMania and Bloodline member. Roman Reigns, also a WWE champion, 90 and over in WWE 2K25 and was in the bloodline. There's only one. There's only one. It wasn't Sami Zayn, it wasn't Jimmy Uso. There's your clue. I seem to remember Jey Uso being a 91 rated in 2025. I think so. WrestleMania Undertaker opponent and 11 Royal Rumble appearances plus. It's got to be Kane. Kane? Who has been in the Royal Rumble 11 or more times and was a WWE champion? Mark Henry must be in there as well. Let me try Mark Henry real quick. Mark Henry's not in there. Big Show maybe? Big E. Sorry, I actually put Big E there for WWE champion and IC champion. Taker himself. Undertaker himself. Oh, 11 plus Royal Rumble appearances and a 90 plus. Cody Rhodes must be getting up to 11 at this point, right? Cody's got an IC champion, was a 90 and over. WrestleMania Undertaker opponent and IC champ. Punk never held that version of the belt though, so it has to be that specific version of the belt. Miz is Miz WWE champion, 11 plus appearances, which means Kane can go there. And who was the other one we just said? Undertaker. Undertaker can go in the middle. Right, IC champion and Undertaker WrestleMania opponent. I can only think of Roman Reigns that held that belt and was Undertaker's WrestleMania opponent. Triple H doesn't count, even though he held a belt that looked very similar to that, but it wasn't that belt. Not Punk. Not Bray, not Shane. Cena? Cena wouldn't have held that belt. Oh, this is going to get on my tits, isn't it? Fuck. No Randy. No Reigns. I said Big Show. Clearly I didn't. Thank you very much, Sammy. Clearly I didn't say Big... I went for Big Show and I accidentally typed in Big E. That's how we got to Big E in the corner. Thank you very much, Sammy. Because I would have completely glossed over that. I would have completely moved on from Big Show. Thank you very much. Say his name and he will fucking appear. Aussie Lucian, welcome in, mate. Welcome in. How are you doing? How do you feel about Zaria losing? I'm not thrilled. Not thrilled at all. Sorry, did I just give spoilers? I always make a point of not giving away spoilers, but if we're doing a stream which is a watch-along, I feel like any sort of spoilers might be up to you. They might be on your head this evening. So as much as I apologise, Aussie Lucian, for breaking the bad news like this to you, it's always lovely to have you here. It's always lovely to have you here, mate. How are you doing? What's everyone been doing this weekend? I had 2 missions today. I had 2 fucking missions in life today. I was going to go out. I was going to get myself something really nice for lunch. I was going to treat myself to something really nice for lunch, right? And I was going to buy myself, this is so sad, but I was going to buy myself an Easter egg, right? Guess how many of those things that I got done today? None of it. You know what I had for lunch? I had a Greg sausage roll for lunch. And I didn't get an Easter egg. I got a bag of mini eggs. So currently we've got Myles, Borne versus Johnny Gargano on NXT Stand and Deliver. And Zaria lost to Ruca. The Vanity Project beat Los Americanos. Lola Vice is your new women's champion. And Birthright lost to Team Hank and Tank. You had a pot noodle. What flavour pot noodle? There is a right answer. There is a right answer. What flavour pot noodle did you have? There's a right answer and there's a second right answer. And there's a third I will give you it answer. And everything other than that is just like reprobate behaviour. So I want to know, Lanzrad, what flavour pot noodle did you have? And what Easter egg did you get? You were watching it and you missed the ending. You were on the toilet. Well, I hope you had a good shit. Oh. The best pot noodle flavor you ever had got discontinued. The chicken korma. I never tried the chicken korma, but I would try that. Of course, chicken. It's all I had in. The top tier is chicken and mushroom. Even though I'm not a fan of mushrooms, there's barely any food or sustenance in a pot noodle, so we can be forgiven on that one. The green chicken and mushroom is top. Then the curry flavor. Then the beef and tomato. And then if you're really like, I'm not a massive fan of spicy food, but I do like certain spicy food, but the spicy pot noodles can get in the fucking bin. And then once upon a time, I had the mac and cheese pot noodle, and I nearly fucking vomited everywhere. It was fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Maggi 2-minute beef noodles, good choice. Good choice. Or the mi goreng satay chicken. Oh, I've not tried that. I've tried the Maggi 2-minute beef noodles though. Not the beef ones. The beef ones I find too salty, but the chicken ones are alright. Kit Kat chunky Easter egg. Good choice. Good choice. I don't know what Easter egg I would have got myself. Probably I would have got a mini egg one, because I really fucking like mini eggs. Cadbury's mini eggs should be sold all year round. Genuinely. Wonder if HBK will be a dick and play Oba's theme just to fuck with Johnny. I would love that shit, but I don't think they would. It would be too much of a head fuck for the crowd, who are expecting to see Obafemi, who's having a marquee match at WrestleMania. So I'd love to see it though. I love seeing wrestling fans get fucked with. I know Myles Borne, right? I know he looks a lot like Randy Orton. Do we not think that sometimes he leans into it just a little bit too much? Does he not look like sometimes that he's cosplaying a little bit too much as Randy Orton and moving and behaving a little bit too much like Randy Orton? And I say that as an LA Knight fan. I think sometimes it's hard to look past the fact that he's basically being a bit too much of a Randy Orton type. You know? Maggie is mispronounced Maggie. Like the first part is magic. What? It's meant to be Maggie or Maggie. Mi goreng. Thank you very much for the elocution lessons there. Super Noodle Supremacy from Sammy. I agree. I do like me a chicken super noodles. I do like that. I do like the soba cups though. Like the yakitori ones. That's good shit. The blue ones. They're really fucking good. Oh. Johnny hangs on. Inseguri. Oh, he's taking a run up. Is he going to take a run up for the spear? He does take a run up for the spear. I like that. What do you want to see with Johnny Gargano? You got three choices for Johnny Gargano, right? He can either pick himself up and have a main roster singles run, right? He can either do that, go back to NXT, or go to AEW. What would you like to see Johnny Gargano do? Chicken, bacon, and beef flavored for you. I don't like bacon flavored things. Bacon flavored things taste way too chemically for me. Way too chemically. Like, it doesn't taste real. Even like, you know, like bacon bits that you get in like the Harvester or restaurants and stuff like. Oh, like you meant to put on salads and stuff. They're all vegan. They have no bacon in them. They have haven't even been introduced to an animal. And the beef flavour I find too salty, but the chicken, top tier. Again, the chicken flavor's vegan as well, I'm pretty sure. You want to see Johnny go back to NXT Aussie? I think I agree with that. Although I would like to see him have a main roster run. I would like to see him have a title run. I'd like to see him as the United States champion at some point. Having Gargano versus Carmelo Hayes or Gargano versus Trick Williams. Like there's avenues of opportunity that they're not going to go down. Or I would like to see him go to AEW, personally. Like Lands right here. Keep him far away from Tommy. I agree with that. I think that's a really good shout. Let him go to AEW and let him have a run on his own. I think the DIY stuff, they've done everything they can possibly do. They've been tag teams on the NXT. They've been tag teams on the main roster. They have done everything as a team. They have been heel. They have been babyface. They've done it all. And there's nothing more for them to do. And I've got nothing but respect for Tommaso Ciampa for banking on himself. And he's been a bit of a, you know, we've all known that Tommaso Ciampa's amazing. And he's still been a revelation. Keep him main roster for now. Too many good things he can do with, like you said, the US title. Yeah, definitely. Especially post WrestleMania. I feel like there's going to be more avenues to do something with that US title. That mid card is so strong on SmackDown. The women's mid card is so strong on SmackDown. The tag team divisions, men and women, are both really strong on both brands. And they do nothing with it. They do nothing. Nothing with it. The most interesting title in WWE at the minute is the women's tag team titles. And they've done phenomenally to make that division interesting and strong. Can they please do that with the men's? And can they please do what they've done with the men's United States Championship, what they've done with the women's United States Championship? If they can have a bit more balance amongst those divisions and belts, the mid-card division, the United States, potential United States division on SmackDown, Cardona, Williams, Sami Zayn's obviously the champion now going into WrestleMania, but Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, you've got Miz, you've got Kit Wilson now who's a single, all like so many people, Gargano potentially as well. Ladies United States title has still never had a PLE match. That's insane, really insane. Give him a rebirth like they did with Baylor after he lost to Roman as the Demon when the rope broke. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Baylor needed that shit. And they've also beaten the piss out of each other as well. That's a good shout. Well, Myles Borne just went flying then. The steel ramp with the nice carpet. Right, I will line up. Because I reckon after this match, what have we got? We got 1, 2, 3 more matches. I reckons after this, we're getting Blake Monroe versus Tatum Paxley. I want to have my attention focused on that match. So I reckon we have one more grid or one more WrestlePlay quiz. And then we'll do the last Sporkle, the last WrestleMania Sporkle quiz between the two title matches. Myles been getting boos. I'm not surprised. He's literally facing off against Mr. NXT. Big kick to the face. Tilt-a-whirl. Oh, Gargano escape? No. Well, zigzag. Oh, Johnny Gargano just kicked out of the Borne again, they said. Not the zigzag. Two completely different moves. Completely different moves. My only fear with Johnny Gargano is that his style doesn't translate to the main roster, which is nuts because when he came back and he debuted on the main roster, because he'd been gone from NXT for a little bit, he'd been gone from WWE for a little bit. Triple H had just taken over and was signing people left, right, and centre, like Strowman and Wyatt and Gargano, and Cross came back as well, I reckon, at that time, I think. You can really see Johnny Gargano potentially being in the same mould as a Daniel Bryan, like being that ultimate underdog. And the likelihood of that happening is slim to none at this point, unfortunately, for Johnny Gargano. Gargano escape is locked in. He's so close to the fucking rope. Escapes it for now. Remember when Ciampa and Gargano were meant to debut on the main roster the first time back in 2019? Was that was it 2019? I do half remember it. I remember there was it during the pandemic as well, when they had like all like the shortages of wrestlers and they had a lot of NXT crossover at that point. But I do remember that. Viva, welcome in, mate. How are you doing? We are nearly at, Viva, we're nearly at the last WrestleMania Sporkle quiz. We've done all the WrestleMania Sporkle quizzes from 10, which was, I do believe, was the WrestleMania that you yourself, Viva, said was the first WrestleMania that you ever watched. Yeah. Big win for Myles Borne. It's just a shame that he's getting booed for it. Just a bit of a shame there. It was just before cover. Yeah, I do half remember. A lot of that is really hazy for me. First WrestleMania watched live was WrestleMania 11. Might have watched WrestleMania 10 on VHS before that. Nice. Okay. R.I.P. Johnny Wrestling. There were 4 of them debuting at the time. Do you remember who the other 2 were? No, it probably would have been... FTR were already there, weren't they? Was it Adam Cole there as well? I feel like Adam Cole. Keith Lee? Was Keith Lee there as well, Aussie Lucian? Let me know. We're not talking about AEW. We're talking about when they went from NXT to the main roster, like a soft call up to the main roster. Adam Cole joined NXT at end. Survivor Series 2019. Was it Keith Lee? Johnny Ciampa went at a time. Oh, so it would have been Theory? Loomis? I don't know. All of it is so fucking hazy to me. Go on, tell me. All right, Dion Lennox. Nice. On the chair as well. Big Keith went up in Retribution. Gonna have to wait for Aussie Lucian to let us know. Right, let me find. Ah, shit. I need to do this again. Bear with, everyone. Bear with. But we've got a WrestlePlay grid coming up right now. And let's... Fuck it. Let's do the hard one. Let's do the hard one. Johnny Gargano is still depressed, unfortunately. Oh, fuck. It was them 2 cunts, wasn't it? Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go. Right? Australian and current AEW. Let's go Carl Fletcher, top left, shall we? Spear and Australian. What Australian wrestler uses a spear? Mark Davis is not there. Go on, Aussie Lucian. What Aussie? Oh, Zaria. Zaria uses a fucking spear. TNA Wrestling and current TNA and Australian. Unless this hasn't been updated. I go Cassie Lee, but it has been updated. Not Iconics. They're in AEW now. Indy. Of course. Indy Hartwell. Thank you very much. Right. TNA Hall of Fame and current AEW. I mean, they might count Sting. There's no place for Sting. Jeff Jarrett is TNA Hall of Fame. TNA Hall of Fame and Spear. Rhino. Rhino in the middle. TNA Hall of Fame and current TNA. Zarian? No. Who's current TNA that's in the Hall of Fame? Who's in the fucking Hall of Fame? Mickie James. Mickie James counts as current TNA, does she? I thought she was working for NWA or MLW. No? I didn't know she was current TNA. Interesting. Right. Hurt Business or Hurt Syndicate, current AEW. Let's go MVP. Spear. Let's go Lashley. And current TNA. Let's go Cedric Alexander. That allegedly was on hard mode. That was on fucking hard mode. Not having it. Not having it. In fact, I'm not having it so much. We've got time to do another one. Unfortunately, the other one is easy mode, so we might even get this one even quicker. Right, let's do this. Oh, no, we already did easy. Oh, hang on. Have we done all of them? I think have we done all of them? Bear with. Sorry, you can only do one of these a day. So if you just fucking stick it into incognito mode, you can do as many as you want then. Have we done normal? We can't have done easy. We've done easy, hard, and normal. Unfortunate. There is one where you have to enter each square on the grid uniquely. Go on. Let me know. Is it a different website, Viva? Tell you what. Let's have a look and see if we've got any more quizzes. Bear with. We've done the ladder. We've done both ladders today. We've done 4 grids. We've run out of time for the other one, though. But we do have another connections one. Yeah, here we go. Right, let's do connections. Let's do the connections. I'm always shit at these, so feel free to let me know. How many of these people are current AEW? None of them. One of them. One of them, bottom left, is current AEW. Any ideas? I'm going to go Ivar, Otis, Biggie, and Creed. Wrong. What I thought was different was just WrestlePlay. Oh, unfortunate. Right. I've got no fucking clue here. Bayley, Asuka. No, it doesn't make sense either. Mid-card titles? No? AAA champs. Okay, so who's been a AAA champ? Yeah, Vikingo. Go on. Who's been a AAA champ here? Has Mysterio been a AAA champ? I don't think so. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Mysterio, Green, Vikingo. So basically, you've got a grid of 16 wrestlers, Landrad, and they are grouped into groups of 4. So you have to guess what the groups are and what links them. That's a really good shout. That's a really good shout. Otis, Creed, Dupree, and who was the other one? It was Shelton Benjamin. They were all Chad Gable's partners. Well done. Allied with Chad Gable. That's really good. So we've got Green, Mysterio, Vikingo, and who's the other one you just said? Triple A champs. So look, we got 3 correct. So somebody here is a Triple A champ. I just didn't know it. Ivar was a tag team. Yeah, you're right. Ivar. Oh, it's massive rip-off, but we're having fun. Mason Madden's in AEW, Edge is in AEW, but that's about it really, isn't it? Retribution, Madden, Dijak, Meechin, Ali, well done. So what links Edge, Asuka, Big E and Bayley then? What links them for? Not Royal Rumble winners. Big E's never won a Rumble, has he? Money in the Bank? Money in the Bank cash-ins? Elimination Chamber winners. That's what I thought, Money in the Bank cash-ins. They were all Elimination Chamber winners. Well done. Right. I don't know if we've got many more of these to go. I think we've got like the connections, the hard connections. But we've done all of them this evening. We've done everything. Yeah, we've done one. Come back tomorrow for another game. Fuck that. We'll come back later. Between this match and the main event, though, we've got our last Sporkle quiz. Our last WrestleMania Sporkle quiz. Asuka won the Money in the Bank when Becky left to have a kid. Yeah, so technically that is a cash-in. Technically. She won the Money in the Bank and then she successfully cashed it in on Becky Lynch's child. How have you been though, Viva? What have you been up to? What have you been up to this weekend, Viva? And has anyone got any plans for tomorrow? Because I am purposefully doing fuck all tomorrow. And I cannot wait. I genuinely can't wait. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play some video games. I'm going to stream some indie games tomorrow. I might even try and record a video or two. I've been doing indie game reviews on YouTube, both in long format and in short format. I had a video come out today, so thank you very much to everyone that watched the video, and thank you to everyone that's subscribed to the YouTube channel as well. We've got the new video come out today, which was... oh, fuck, what was it? It was Knockout 2. Wrath of the Karen. Jetpunk.com for another wrestling quiz. Is this gonna fuck my computer up, Resolution? I'm coming for you, mate. Hopefully sneaking a bike ride tomorrow before the... Nice! That sounds really nice, Viva, actually. Oof. Up kick from Blake Monroe to Tatum Paxley. I've gone for Blake Monroe to win this, but I'm not confident in the slightest. Not confident in the slightest. But this is going to be a good match. Just know. I'll have a look at Jet Punk in a minute. I'll have a look at Jet. I've never even heard of Jet Punk, to be honest with you. Jet Punk. It's quiz time. Oh my god, there's loads of quizzes here. There's not just wrestling, is it? We'll go... These are all very similar to Sporkle, aren't they? Yeah, these are all just Sporkle quizzes. Yeah, kind of like Sporkle. Do you know what? I'll do my research on this, and we'll come back to it. Missing Cemetery Gates as a rename for a finisher and a theme tune for. Use more licensed music for fuck's sake. I agree. They've got the fucking money for it. They just up the ticket prices and license some more music, please. That's what we want. That's I was often thinking, Lansrad, that these WWE tickets these days are awfully cheap. Where did she land? I didn't even see. Oh, fucking hell, the thud. The thud on the ramp. Trivia creator categories wrestling. I'll have a look at that in a second, mate. If any of my body parts were worth it. This one's started off a little bit slow, this match, but I don't blame them because they're going in between a match which is a fatal four-way, which is likely to be fast-paced right from the off, and the last match, which was Johnny Gargano. Slow it all the way down and then build them back up. But to be fair to the crowd have been red hot pretty much all night. They've been vocal all night. They've done a really good fucking job. They're having fun. Booker T's the best, man. Booker T's just the fucking best. Nice drop kick. It feels, I don't know. We've seen Blake Monroe do some really crazy things in hardcore matches. That sometimes when you see her in a normal one-on-one match, it's, I don't know. I don't want to say like it's disappointing, but when we know what she's capable of, especially with like a hardcore match for this type of match, Blake Monroe versus Tatum Paxi in a hardcore match or an Extreme Rules match or something. Maybe they'll have a rematch down the line on NXT. Maybe. But it just feels like if this is your biggest show of the year, if this is NXT's version of WrestleMania, then why wouldn't you just fucking make this a proper blood feud and just go all out on this one? Especially because we haven't seen anything really in the sense of like hardcore or Extreme Rules on this pay-per-view so far. Is there a reason NXT isn't running Mania this weekend? Oh, it's because people were fucking crying last year. I don't know. I don't know. I think because last year it might have been a bit of a disaster. Not a disaster, but like last year it was in Vegas, same as this year, right? So the showtime was early. So it was really early for local time. And obviously they have to get, I think the report was they had to get to the arena for like 3 o'clock in the morning for rehearsals and get into the ring and stuff like that. So I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the talent that they're not running the same day as WrestleMania weekend. It's bittersweet for me because I always used to really enjoy a full day of wrestling. But I also enjoy not being on camera for 8 hours at a time. You know? Lola looks so pissed to be wrestling at 12 p.m. Did she? I can't even remember. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. I remember it being a really good show, though. Hopefully this match picks up a little bit. Hopefully this match picks up just a smidge. Just a smidge. That was a nice enziguri though. Off the apron to the head. Oh, fuck me. Take that. To have 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. for NXT pre-show. Yeah, this is another thing. I was joking. I said people were crying, but realistically, like for Australian viewers, NXT Stand and Deliver was not a worldwide comfortable show. I obviously joke. Being in the UK, watching wrestling currently, it is 2 in the morning. It looks like we're actually going to get done this evening nicely before 3 a.m. Hopefully. Hopefully we're going to be done with this show before 3 a.m. But a lot of countries, they're not used to that sort of shit. Like Australia's not used to it. And like for me, starting at midnight and finishing at 3 o'clock in the morning is doable. I struggle with AEW sometimes when it finishes at near 5 o'clock in the morning. But in Australia, what did you say it was? 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's a piss take. That's a real piss take for getting up and watching wrestling. What do you even do? Do you stay up or do you go to bed early? You would have done NXT and Mania, you recall the last 12-hour Mania, and loved every second of it. The last 2 years, I have streamed a watch-along all day. Like, I even said one year that I might have a break, and the break in between Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania, I think the maximum was like 2 hours, or between pre-show and Stand and Deliver was like 2 hours. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to stick around and play some wrestling games and stuff. I had a really good time last year. Really, really, really good time last year. But when it come to Sunday evening, I was fucked, mate. I was absolutely fucked. You'll be watching AAA after this if you can. And guess what? I am not doing a watch along for AAA, unfortunately. What time is Saudi Mania for you, Aussie Lucian? Long shift, proper long shift. I will watch AAA though. I'm going to make a point of watching AAA after this, but I'm not going to be watching it on stream. I've got other things to do. I've got a couple of video games that I want to play, and I think if I get done by 3 a.m, this is going to sound nuts, right? Because I should be going to bed. But I reckon at 3 a.m, I've got just enough time to maybe play a demo and potentially do a video on it. There's one game, really nice guy, on Twitter, someone put out a post saying, send me a link. If you're an indie game dev, send a link to your Steam page and he will critique and rewrite people's Steam pages for them, which I thought was really nice. And then this one guy, he messaged back saying that he had a video game that he's got a demo for on Steam, and he seemed really nice. He seemed really humble and really like downplaying it a little bit. And the name of his game is called Alfred's Alien Abduction Adventure, right? Which I replied to that saying, I'm fucking sold on the name already. Like the name alone, I'm sold. And then I had a look at some of the screenshots and it looks really interesting. So I really want to play that demo, and I might even do like a short like video review on it. But I like people like that. I really like people like that. Is there a live AAA show tonight? It's the one on YouTube. It is. It's got a great name. Alfred's Alien Abduction Adventure. Fuck yeah, I want to play that. You stay up the day before you go to the shops and fill up with energy drinks, food to cook, lollies, chips, biscuits, dip, and chocolate. You filled a trolley for $300 and ate about $200 worth in one weekend to stay up for Mania and NXT. And I was sat here and guess what I ate? Guess what I ate during my streams, Aussie Lucian? Every 4 hours, I would go to the kitchen, get a cup of coffee and a fucking oat biscuit, like a Nature Valley breakfast bar. If WrestleMania is in Saudi, starts at 8 p.m. local time, that's a 3 a.m. start for you. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that. Fair play to you, though. Are you going to do it? It's WrestleMania. Like, regardless of where it is, it's not the most ideal situation in the world. I'm going to be honest with you. Depending on who shows up at this year's WrestleMania, I might not be watching WrestleMania next year. I don't know. You know? All right, belt shot to the head. Tate and Paxi kick out. Big kick out from Tate and Paxi there. Are they going to do it to keep her looking strong, or is she going to get a monumental victory right here? Got her up on the top rope. She might get pushed off here. Oh, she's fighting out of it. When was the last time we saw a successful superplex? Oh, nice. Little bit of a slip there, but a nice flip out of the corner by Tate and Paxley. I like Tate and Paxi. She reminds me a lot of Daphne from WCW and TNA. And I really like Daphne. It was really sad how her journey ended in this world. Oh, nice. Oh, another kick out. 2 hour pre-show, can wake up for 5. Roman opening the show, so half an hour entrance. No. Oh, no. Tate and Paxi wins. Pretty fucking convincingly. Blake Monroe might be going to the main roster as well, you know. That might be... This might be Blake Monroe before she goes to the I'm not shocked that Tate and Paxi won. I'm shocked in the manner that she won, because that would look pretty... Not just clean, but convincing. And she looks a fucking beast right now, Tate and Paxley. Fair fucks. Kicked out of everything. Kicked out of everything. Booker T's got to get his shit in. Right, what are we doing here? We're doing the last WrestleMania Sporkle quiz. Let me try and find it. Let me try and find a good one. Oh shit, that's not good. Oh god, that is awful. The colours are doing my nutting on some of these. I think it's this guy. Yes, here we... Yeah, oh, sorry, I just did my fucking accidental Booker T impression then. Yeah! Right. Last one. Last one. She does have that Daffer's big vibe big time. I like that. Paxi is a lot more athletic than people realise. Sure. Right. Can you name every single match from WWE WrestleMania 41? This was only last year, and I can't remember shit about it apart from that awesome match between Cody Rhodes and John Cena. That generational classic match between Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Uso versus Gunther's a good shout. We've also got the triple threat as well with Rollins, Reigns, and Punk. Sin City Street Fight. That was, like you said, I think you just said it, didn't you? Priest. And McIntyre. Hendry versus Randy is a great shout, Aussie Lucian. Great fucking shout. Completely forgot about that. Travis and Scott Steiner. Well done, Sammy. You've got New Day, War, Raiders. Triple threat for the women's title. We've got Io Sky, we've got Rhea Ripley, and we've got Bianca Belair. Fatal 4-way match for the IC Championship. That was Baylor. That was Penta. And that was Mysterio. Who was the fourth person in that one? How was Zaria versus Soul? It was a good match. It was a really, really, really good match, Jamie. The wrong winner. Just saying. Just saying. It was a breaker, was it? How are you doing though, Jamie? You all good? El Grande. versus... Who the fuck did El Grande Americano had a match with? Phoenix. It was Rey Fenix. Last minute addition, was it? It was meant to be Rey Mysterio, wasn't it? And then Phoenix got drafted in last minute. We don't talk about it, Jamie says Aussie Lucian. Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. I loved Tiffany Stratton's Barbie entrance at WrestleMania that year. Loved it. Right, we've still got tag team match for the women's tag team championships. Morgan and... I always spell her fucking name wrong, don't I? Rodriguez. Who do they face? I actually can't remember. Should I avoid it? Is it going to piss me off? It's going to piss you off. But watch the match. Watch the match. It's a good match. It's a good match. This match, I was saying earlier, right? I'm not doing SmackDown watch-alongs anymore. SmackDown watch-alongs are too much. Like, for the last 3 times I've watched SmackDown, I've been looking at the clock, waiting for it to end. And I'm going to find something much better to do on a Friday evening. Much, much better. We've got much better things that we can be doing on a Friday evening. But I'm still doing the pay-per-view watch-alongs. We've still got TNA next weekend. We've still got AEW Dynasty next weekend. We've still got WrestleMania a weekend after that. It's been nice sitting down and just watching some fucking wrestling. Just really nice watching some fucking wrestling. And it's not going to be difficult. I've got plenty of shit that I can be getting on with. Jackbox on a Friday? Maybe. Tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming, but I'm going to be streaming some all non-wrestling stuff. But we'll get into that in a second. We've got Lyra Valkyria. Oh, fuck. How do you spell her name? Forgot the L. It's fine. Lynch. We've got another singles match. Singles match for the United States Championship. Who the fuck was the United States Champion at that point in time? It wasn't Nakamura. Who else we got? Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Very, very little recollection of that match, but well done. That's everything on night 2 done. Night 1, we've still got a singles match, and we've still got... In fact, the singles match was Naomi versus Jade Cargill. I remember that. And the United States Championship was Jacob Fatu versus L.A. Knight. Yeah! Well done, everyone. Well done. That is every single WrestleMania done. And you know what? I'm going to give it 6 months and then we'll do WrestleMania 42. But for now, that's it for WrestleMania Sporkle quizzes. Rey Fenix was the lowest one down with El Grande Americano only getting 65%. Joe Hendry was quite low down. Interesting. I know it wasn't announced ahead of time, but still interesting that he was quite low down. Naomi versus Jade Cargill being low down is actually pretty surprising because that was one of the better build-ups to a match on this WrestleMania card. You should do WrestleMania 9. You should do WrestleMania 9, Aussie Lucian. In 2 months, people would have forgot exactly. Right, we're still on a fucking commercial break here. So, while we're here, I will just let you know, I am streaming tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a bit of a bullshit stream. I'm going to have Aussie Lucian Jackbox installed in case we do play some Jackbox party games tomorrow. But I've got 3 games lined up. One's a horror game, or if you're American, a whore game we've got lined up called Maisie. It's an indie game. It is, you play as a character, you go through the maze. It takes about 15 to 30 minutes and scary clowns will jump at you. So you don't want to miss that. We've got a game called Paddle Paddle Paddle, which is a rage game or a co-op game, but you can play it in single player mode. And it is skill-based. It's very entertaining. I've done lots of shorts and videos on that game. I really enjoy it. And the other game is called Level Devil, and it is 100% a rage platformer. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm open to suggestions as well. I'm Quiplash is a very risky game for stream. Yeah, I'm not doing Quiplash. We'll do the murder trivia one because we've got Jackpot's Party Game 3. So we'll do the murder trivia one that Sammy recommended. You got to get home and find your cat. Your host me says your cat has jumped the fence. Aussie Lucian, I really hope that your cat is okay. I'm sure your cat's going to be fine, but I hope that you find her and you set your mind at rest, mate. Quiplash is like Cards Against Humanity. Yeah, I'm not going to be playing that. I'll play it off stream. Maybe one day we'll sort out a Jackbox Party Games for the Discord. I think that might be the way to go. Maybe we'll do Jackbox Party Games for the Discord, and then we can all just say some absolutely fucking horrendous things to each other without me getting in trouble. How does that sound? Espionage was another one that Sammy recommended as well. Interesting. Always suggest Voices of the Void, but it's in alpha right now. I don't think it's fully stable. What's Voices of the Void? I'm going to look this up. I'm not a massive horror game fan, so if it's a horror game, I can't guarantee it. Voices of the Void game? Here we go. By Mr. Dr. Nose, apparently. It's on itch. Interesting. Download now and name your own price. But yeah, it's... Yeah. Huh. It looks amazing. Wow. It looks really good. I'm going to add this to my list, Landsrad. Thank you very much. It's like planetary. Like, it's more of a signals-based thing tinged with unsettling moments. I really like the sound of this. I'm definitely going to search this up, Landsrad. So thank you very much for the recommendation, mate. I will definitely be searching that up. Pretty fucking cool for it. Yeah, it looks really cool. I really like some of these, like, now Steam and Valve, like, people can bitch and moan about Steam and Valve all they want all day long, but they do an awful lot for indie game developers. And I can remember the times when a lot of these indie games would come out on websites, like, just pop up on fucking, like, file sharing websites. But obviously now you've got things like itch.io, which is really good, and Steam, which do a phenomenal job. But there was a game I remember, and I don't even know if it still fucking exists. Let me search this up. It was called SCP Containment Breach, and it was a horror game where you have to like escape a containment, like a quarantine center, and the mechanics were very much the same as the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who, where if you blink, they fucking come at you like that. Like, it's really, really scary. But it's like, it's sudden. Does it still exist? SCP Containment Breach is a free survival horror game based on the works of SCP Foundation community. There's another game I was looking at earlier on Keymailer. Oh, I can't log in. Which was called SCP. And I think... SCP Containment Breach is on Steam. And it's free. Yo, I might be playing this shit tomorrow. It was released on Steam on the 20th of February this year. What? Before that, this had never been on Steam. I'm doing a fucking video on this. This is taking me way back. I played this game about 10 years ago. Alright, this is really, really, really made me happy. There's a side game in Fears to Fathom where you're based in a tower and you've got to do jobs. This has similarities. VOTV has mannequins which do weeping. Oh, that's really fucking cool. Yeah, I've never been a proper like horror game, but because I've been doing these reviews, I got a code for Maisie, and I would I was like, fuck it. I don't have to do a review on it. I can just do content on it. But as long as I do something, I was like, is it going to be more entertaining doing a review, or is it going to be more entertaining playing it on stream so people can watch me shit my pants? So that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're doing that. We've got 3 games lined up. It's probably going to take a couple of hours. So I do need other things to do. Who knows? Who knows? I could always play some more TCG Card Shop Simulator. I can always play some more Retro Rewind. We're not short of things to do tomorrow. We are not short of things to do tomorrow. It is going to be only on Twitch. But I will be uploading those things to YouTube as well. And if you're watching right now on YouTube, welcome in and thank you very much for being here. I've really enjoyed NXT Stand and Deliver tonight, and I've enjoyed it mainly because I've been watching it with you lovely people this evening. In fact, I've enjoyed it so much. Let's do it all again next week. Let's do it all again for TNA Rebellion and AEW Dynasty. I cannot fucking wait for that. Monster Jam is on Steam. What's Monster Jam? I think I've looked this up. Monster Jam came out on the PS4. Yeah, you had me at Monster, to be honest, mate, because I knew it was going to involve monster trucks. I knew it was going to involve monster trucks. I shouldn't do that voice. I shouldn't do that voice. That is a reference no one needs in 2026. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize for that. I like turtles. What? The Teenage Mutant Ninja kind, or what? When you say I like turtles, do you remember them? What was they called? ASDF videos of that animator guy. Again, probably about 15, 20 years ago. But it was I like trains. You don't even get that reference. I'll DM you. I'll DM you. Basically, right, there was no, I can't even say it on stream. I can't even say it. There was a TV show back in the day which was very, very popular, and now it's not. No, it's not. A new one was released a few weeks ago, Sammy. You're fucking with me. Fuck it, should we all watch it? A new one? Fuck me, there's 15 of them. Tom Scott and Friends. The first one was released 17 years ago. Are you fucking serious? 1 month ago, ASDF movie 16. Oh. Ignore that. Ignore that. But yeah, you damn Skippy, I'm going to be watching this shit. We might even, you know, might even watch it together later. Who knows? Who knows? Don't say it. I'm not going to say it, Landra. Thank you. But as soon as I said it, it just, you know, force a habit, mate. Fucking force a habit. Sorry, Oscilution. I noticed I've ignored a few things that Landrad just said as well. Sorry. VOTV has mannequins. Yeah, I don't think VOTV is a Steam game. Patchy had 2 hours without any, utterly hated it. Oh, I didn't know Adam played it as well. I'm gonna look it up. I'll tell you what, if you can, because I will forget, mate. Honestly, and I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to feel like people are being ignored and shit like that. So if you have any recommendations, DM me on Discord, and I'll pick it up. Adam did play something the other day that really, in fact, he didn't even play it the other day. I joined. Let me turn this fucking ASDF movie because I'm spoiling it for myself right now. He played when he came back to streaming. Pacitti played or he did what was that fucking series called? Raised by the Internet. And it was 2004, and man, some of that shit was like real blast from the past for me. And he did that escape room game, and it looked really good, and I've never seen it before. But everything else he was playing and watching, like Devo, who's back apparently, MC Devo's back, everyone. I really want to play those escape game, but there were some other Flash games from back in the day that are not acceptable for Steam. They're not acceptable for Steam, and they're not acceptable for Twitch either. Like, I cannot play them. If anyone's played Frank's Adventure 1, 2, 3, and 4, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They were awesome games, and I would fucking love to play that shit now. There was meant to be a Frank's Adventure 5, and it never got made. Have they please tell me they've ported this, because Microsoft or Adobe Flash doesn't even fucking exist anymore. Frank's Adventure, play online in full screen in browser. Fuck off. You can still play it. It used to be on, I think it was on Newgrounds or one of those websites. Frank's Adventure 5. There is no Frank's Adventure 5. Don't give me that shit. Frank's Adventure 4 was the best one. Gamesflow.com. itch.io. Newgrounds. No fucking way this game still exists. Content filtered. Yeah, I'm not playing this. Iona Games has released Robot Wars on Steam. I'm interested. Aussie Lucian. I'm interested. I went to see Robot Wars live when I was a kid. I went to see Robot Wars at Wembley Arena, and it was fucking great. I fucking love Robot Wars. Right, what am I looking up here? Robot Wars. Something else as well I was looking up. Robot Wars. Oh, this is not the Robot Wars I was thinking of. Super Robot Wars 3D. 2024 Robot Wars came out. Doesn't look the same though. It might be a different one. Again, send me a link to all of this shit. Because this is, I need to fill my Fridays up with something now, seeing as I'm not watching SmackDown anymore. There was some stuff that you can't do here. Frank's especially. No, Frank's Adventure ain't happening, mate. But I would encourage everyone to go and play Frank's Adventure because it's so fucking good. You love UK Robot Wars on TV. You played the game on PS1. I rented the game on PS1. I never owned it. I rented it from Blockbuster. That's how fucking old I am. It looks based on a reboot hosted by Dara O'Brien. Dara O'Brien hosted Robot Wars. I can't remember that shit at all. Oh well, right, the main event's on now. The main event of NXT Stand and Deliver. We will reconvene at a later date on this, but honestly, everyone that's here, thank you very much. I've had a great evening. I'm really fucking excited for tomorrow. Gonna get a lot of shit done tomorrow. Gonna play a lot of stuff. And like I said, I'm more than open to recommendations for PS1. Do you know what I'm going to find, Aussie Lucian? I'm going to find that Robot Wars game on PS1. I'll look at the strength for Hendry. Unsurprisingly, this match has started off really fast and really hot. Nice neck breaker on Tony D. Ethan Page is up, being used as a weapon. Joe Hendry, again, is one of those people that is deceptively strong. He has a base in amateur wrestling as well. So Joe Hendry is fucking legit. Joe Hendry will tie you up if he wanted to. Just holding Ricky Saints up. Nice. I think it was for 2 or 3 series, but didn't have the same charm. No, it doesn't have the same charm. It's like when they do you know what that charm was? That charm was Craig Charles. That charm was Craig Charles, my friend, because exactly the same thing happened when they brought Takeshi's Castle back and they had Jonathan Ross doing the voiceover. It wasn't the same, man. It wasn't the same. Shh, Aussie Lucian, don't give it away. Shh. I buy all my games legit. How dare you? I used to have Robot Wars Arenas of Destruction on PS2. I didn't even know there were multiple fucking Robot Wars games. Robot Wars UK PS2. Let's have a look. Oh, this is the one that I played, not the PS1 version. I do apologise. I did have this one. What one came out on PS1? What the fuck? Robot Wars came out in 1998. That's Jeremy Clarkson. What? I know I should be focusing on NXT Stand and Deliver right now, but this is just presented by Jeremy Clarkson first, and then Craig Charles, and then Dart O'Brien, and Angela Scanlon. Who the fuck is that? Starring Philippa Forrester, Julia Reed, Jayne Middlemiss. Weird. No Meaty Boys triple threat tonight. Boo! Remember playing Robot Wars where there was a battle on the train station platform and rooftop. I'm gonna look for both of them. I'm gonna look for both of them, and we might even see a bit of that tomorrow. There was one on Game Boy Color as well. Game Boy Color games had some of the best games ever made, and they also had some of the most dogshit games ever made. And the Game Boy Advance. Do you know what I had on the Game Boy Advance? And you know, I completely forgot I owned this until I looked this up the other day. But one of my favourite games of all time is Need for Speed Underground 2. And I had Need for Speed Underground 2 on the Game Boy Advance. And it was shockingly shit. But I played the fuck out of that game. Played the fuck out of that game. You said Craig Charles and I thought of James Charles. Two very different gentlemen. Two incredibly different people, Aussie Lucian. But I can see where you get the confusion. Need for Speed Underground 2. I could play Need for Speed Underground 2 right fucking now if I wanted to as well. Love Need for Speed Underground 2. Oh. Cover them together? What would have been the purpose of covering them together? And it's only afterwards Ricky Saints is like, why? I like, it seems like a bit of a untapped well at this point with Ricky Saints and Ethan Page, but it does actually feel like them two together would make a really good main roster act, whether it be in a stable or a tag team. Definitely wouldn't be opposed to it. Oh no. But I said, when was the last time we saw a successful superplex? Right fucking now. What's Ethan Page going for? Oh, splash on Ricky Saints. That's genius. Ethan Page is a fucking menace, mate. He's a menace. Need for Speed back in the late 90s on PlayStation, right up until they had their open world, was your era. I played, oh god, I'll tell you exactly the Need for Speed games I played. Need for Speed Underground 1 on the PS2, Underground 2 on the PS2, and Most Wanted on the PS2, like the original PS2 one, and oh fuck, what was the PSP version? Was it Most Wanted 510 or something? I'm looking it up. PSP Need for Speed. Where the fuck is it? Not Undercover. Is it Hot? Not Hot Pursuit. Here we go. Need for Speed Most Wanted 510. Yeah, that one on the PSP. I played the fuck out of that game. I played the fuck out of that game. Oh, just like Mr. Potato Head, Joe Hendry's got his angry eyes on now. But he is down again. Going for a double submission. Surely Ricky Saint should be like going right after Ethan Page now. Should be going right after Ethan Page after betraying him like that. That's a nice double move there from Tony D. How long has Tony D been in developmental? Tony D might hold the record for the longest run in NXT. Tony D NXT. Oh my god, he's only 30 years old. He's just getting started, mate. He's been in developmental since 2021. He's been around a bit. Did Joe inherit the AA? I don't know. Did I miss that? He's definitely inherited the sack of shit slam from Scott Hall, which is lovely to see, and he does it so well as well. I think R-Truth, ironically, may have inherited the AA as well. It's in this 2K26 moveset as well, is it, Sammy? Did not know that. I've not played enough with Joe Hendry in 2K26. Oh. Big DDT on the outside to Tony D. And a twist of fate. I can't call it the other name. It'll always be a twist of fate. I'm sorry. Now Ricky Saints needs to turn on Ethan Page. Oh, big trustful from Joe Hendry. And he's showing some fire. I think Joe Hendry might fucking lose tonight, you know? I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see him lose. And now, I genuinely wouldn't be surprised to see Tony D win. If we're calling NXT developmental, what are we calling Evolve? Well, you can't be like that. I'm sorry, you can't be like that. Like, sports teams have football teams have got an under 21s, and then before they get to the under 21s, they play for the under 16s. Like, there's fucking levels to developmental. There's levels to developmental. Oh my god, the power of Joe Hendry to get a double suplex off like that was fucking awesome. Give him everything. I hope Joe Hendry loses so he can go and straight win Money in the Bank. I was saying that Money in the Bank this year isn't until like fucking September, isn't it? When's Money in the Bank this year? Money in the Bank 2026. It's well late this year in comparison to other years. September 6th in New Orleans is Money in the Bank. It's usually, when was it last year? July? June. And the year before July. The year before July. And it's in September this year. How about WWID? Is it non-league? Exactly. They're Conference South. What are the crowd chanting? Tony D kicks out. I can't believe how early we're going to be done tonight. Get used to this. Get used to this, everybody, because it's currently 2:42 a.m. and I'm happy that it's early because I know exactly what's coming next week. Next week is AEW Dynasty, and we're going to be up until Wednesday. A show, B show, C show, developmental show. New Orleans is Ricky Saints' country for Money in the Bank. It's also potentially Naomi as well. Is Naomi from New Orleans or was she from Florida? She's from Florida. Chatting shit. Who's from New Orleans? There's a women's wrestler that's AEW pay-per-views are usually 4,775 hours long, and that's not including the pre-show, Viva. Nice. Just broken up. This match could easily go another 15 minutes, but I reckon we're going to get done before 3 a.m., which is lovely. Dynasty will be a 4 p.m. show for you, and it will start at 10 a.m. I think it starts at 1 in the UK because we're done with daylight savings bullshit now. We're back on track with the rest of the world, and I'm pretty sure it's going to start at 1 a.m. unfortunately, which means it's probably going to finish about 5:30. I need a movie marathon each year to catch. Oh, spear. Oh, another spear to Joe Hendry. Oh. Tony D has morphed into Sami Zayn throughout this match. What? Start time for Dynasty? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice flip out from Ricky Saints. Oh, DDT on the chair. Oh, Ethan Page just breaking it up at the last minute. But Joe Hendry might be in trouble here because he just took that DDT on the chair. Alright, now we're getting some fucking hardcore action here. Right, Ethan Page is in. No, Ethan Page is going outside. Should have gone for Joe Hendry when you had the chance, Ethan Page. Oh, what a slap. What a slap. I think they're going to take each other out of this match. I think they're going through the table. They're definitely going through the table. They are taking... Oh my... No! Through that little bit of the table, power slam. Nice little setup, that. That's really cool. I like this. Main card pre-show 0 hour midnight. Yes. As it always is for AEW. Oh, Tony D, double spear through the table. They've been taken out. He's firing up. I've enjoyed this as well. It doesn't matter. Tony D looks like the love child of Sami Zayn and Elias. I can't believe he used Elias's full name. Tony D might win this. Oh my god. Tony D is the NXT champion. My god. I said earlier I was close to going for Tony D. He's got hairy Juice Robinson pipes. Do you know what? Fair fucking play to Tony D. Go on the Tony, exactly. Up the Tony. I like this, how Vic Joseph is acknowledging this on commentary. He's been in NXT a while. He's watched everybody. He's watched people come and go. And now Tony D is getting his time. One person who can feel very smug about that And congratulations to whoever that was. Goddamn if I did predict that. Look, I'm not even going to tell you who it was. I'm not even going to tell you who it was. I'll tell you who it was tomorrow. So keep an eye out on the Discord. But I reckon whoever that was, probably looking at a big fucking NXT victory here. Because I'm pretty sure that person also went for. Oh no, I don't know. No, I don't know who they went for to lose. But we'll see. We'll see. What's the bet in the one person who voted Tony D wins over? Oh mate, I'll put money on it. I'll put money on it. Wednesday. Wednesday off. Hendry must be going to the main roster if this is the case. Do you know what? Can be happy for him. Is he still a mob boss? He's a fucking NXT champion is what he is right now. Is Tony D. Don't ask me. I'm behind on weekly television on all fronts, but I'm always here for the PLEs and I'm always here for the pay-per-views, and I cannot wait for what we've got coming up on this channel and in the wrestling world in general. I've really enjoyed Stand and Deliver tonight. Thank you so much to everyone for being here. It's been a really fun evening, so thank you all very, very, very much. We've been watching on the YouTube channel, or whether you've been watching on the Twitch channel tonight, I thank you all for being here. Tomorrow I'm going to be here playing some indie games. Don't know what time, so keep an eye out on the Discord for that. I will put the predictions results in the chat as soon as possible, I promise you. Next week we've obviously got something on Friday. I don't know what Friday is going to be, but we've got something on Friday. Saturday we've got TNA Rebellion, and Sunday we've got AEW Dynasty. So it's going to be a jam-packed weekend again next weekend. But yeah, thank you very much. It's been a mega show and great hang. So thank you very much for being here, mate. Thank you very much, like I said, everyone for being here. D'Angelo's competing in War Games. Don't think he is. I like his look. I like his character. I like him an awful lot right now. But also, I'm going to get to bed, I think. No, I'm not. Who the fuck am I lying? I'll post something in the Discord later. Everyone, have a lovely rest of your weekend. If I don't see you, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. But for now, I'll see you in a bit. Bye!